we ask, who sets it in first of all? First one is Kevin Fleet. Kevin Fleet, very much a fantastic joke. Probably straight. But it's about hockey. So the joke is about pop. No, well, it's not about pop, it's about popsicle. So pop is a tourism. We're a tourism Spain. So Poppy was in Spain, he went to a cafe in Spain, and he asked the chef there, he said, I want one of your best Polish dishes. So, massive, so Pop said, where do these well, last night we had our info. So Poppy went home the next day, so the next day he's waking up and said, absolutely sensational. There's one back in the same. So the netballs come out and they were tiny. Absolutely miniature. So Poppy goes, I was here last night and the netballs were and the waiter looks up and says, not sometimes, the bull always enjoy, sir. Well, there we go. First $50 voucher going Kevin Payne. Kevin Payne. Kevin Payne. Too bad it is. Let's have a look at time to start off with. Who's the coach, and will play deep forward. Bobby Higgins comes in, gives us a run along the Callum Nash, comes back to the comes into the side as well. Out goes Ben Mazel and Paul Gatton, cover Holmes, Murphy, and the Tigers going out, Zach Sheffield, Jackson Murphy, Tom Bray, who I think just last week we ran. What do we make of this side? Some key matchups, Boxer, where do you sit this big game? The first time I reckon I'm going to be real serious about I actually think that Moe is so strong. He's only 35. He is actually not too far out.
It's the reserves. Win to Moe.
I just think that the more Midfield now, so that means you're saying my lines win by how much?
Let me run again. Hey?
That hasn't got sauce on it.
That's all right.
Didn't want it.
No.
Didn't have enough time to put it on.
You right? Oh, I don't need all that.
No, I'm going to have some. This is it.
You can have that. I've already had chips.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You want some sauce on one of these on there?
Stick with that, otherwise it just gets messy. Not when I'm in the middle of doing something.
Shane said there's 5 changes.
5 changes. I think they've just gone through that already.
One that...
Look at the size of Shane's bloody thing he's got sitting up over there. That camera that he's got set up in front of his truck.
I can't see this clear.
Can you see that little triangle bloody scaffold in front of us there? Just in front of the sign there. It's thin. It's only thin.
Oh, the big tall pole.
That's his. That's Shane's thing he's got set up for the footy.
Yeah, I don't know what the idea of that was.
The camera.
I know. Yeah, the one you talk about from the back line broke his thumb last week. And the coach is playing his first game today.
The coach is playing.
Coach. I think there'll be a minute or two before they're out because they're out of the table overall. Knows who the first one was out.
Huh?
Yes,
Click me on when you get in there, will you?
Very good afternoon and welcome to the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. This is Gippsland Live, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Round 7 continues with a split round. It is the Tigers taking on Moe here at the Morwell Rec Reserve. You can find us this afternoon live on TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley. Great to have your company. My name's Daryl Cooling. My co-caller this afternoon is none other than the great Rob Popplestone. Poppy, good afternoon to you.
Back by popular demand after a week off. G'day Scud, g'day Gippsland, and my old mate Nick Lucchino, and the champ of us all is Paul Carter.
Correct. Good afternoon to you, Boxer.
Yeah, good afternoon, team. No, it's great to have the team back again together. I was bored with Beast and Timmy Sexton, but anyway, that's just how it happens when you have the B-class team and then we've got the A-class team here now, so it's great to have you here. No, but Timmy's doing a great thing as well too, so I should say that too. But it's all jokes. It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
Well, you can't just say Timmy's doing a great thing.
Oh, he's bike riding now.
Yeah, but no one. What do you just assume everyone knows that? Timmy's doing a great thing.
He spoke about it for half the game last week, so we know what he's doing.
Yeah, good point.
Paul Carter, great to have your company, number one stats man in the business, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute.
Good afternoon, Daryl and all. Yeah, certainly looking forward to this. The weather's looking great, and I think Addy said that not a lot of wind to favour one end or the other, so should be a great game from start to finish.
Let's go down to Addy Howe now at ground level. Well, thanks to Carpet Country this afternoon. Addy, great to have you on board on this Saturday afternoon. Conditions are great.
Thank you, boys. The conditions are perfect. It is just slightly chilly down here, but the rest is perfect.
And who's your tip, Addy?
I think if Moe dominate early, that's going to set the tone for the rest of the game. So I'm going to say Moe by 5 goals.
All right, thanks, Addy. We'll be crossing to Addy down at ground level this afternoon with all the key quarter-by-quarter updates and the key stats and injuries as they happen.
I've got to tell you, looking at Crocker and Kelty and Prowse down forward, I'm thinking, gee, on a day like this, geez, couldn't they cause some damage?
Well, interesting, they've sent Mac McGuinness to Crocker. Mac McGuinness is playing his third senior game of football in the Gippsland League, so a big task for the youngster down there. Harry McColl's on Kelty. The two ruckmen is Prowse and Abbas, and the first quarter is underway. Prowse clearly taps it down. Rosado with strength in the middle of the ground, wrapped up by a Scagliarini tackle early on.
So Dan Musel's gone forward now. Kurt Holt's gone to him as well. Tyler Hillier starting in the square too, so some really interesting matchups early for both sides.
Abbas taps it down. Ricochets off the foot there of Patterson. Abassa picks the footy up and just dumps it inside forward 50. Dangerous spot for the Lions early. Abassa, Musil taps it down. Bailey's there, couldn't take it cleanly. Gets a second go at it. Quickly tackled by the defender down there, and that is Brock Smith.
Big job for Holt. Big job for young McColl though too on Kilty, the ex-coach of Moe at the moment too.
So Musil now taps the ruck duties. Hillier was there. Pepper there for the Lions. Kick was smothered. Second effort was smothered as well. Ricochet's out. Smith gathers it. Handballs to Belfer. Tackled by Walsh. Top of the 50. Stoppage ball up.
You sense, Boxer, there's an intensity around Morwell already, don't you?
It's really interesting too though. Pepper is starting on the ball too for Moe.
So Musil does the ruck work. Beaten to it though by one Prowse, and it was nicely taken for Morwell by the man you'd expect to be doing the hard yards in Rosado, but Moe get of the way only momentarily before a high tackle is applied.
Scagliarini.
He did, and that was on Boyd Bailey. So Boyd Bailey from 55, left half forward flank. Not a lot of movement early. He's going to kick, you'd think, to the top of square. That's where he goes. Can he find a winner here? 3v1. The 3 wins ever so comfortably, and that's Paholke that takes the mark.
Yeah, he goes in towards Scagliarini. No, it's Dykstra it is. Goes left and right. Left foot kick out wide. Can find the target on the outer side. It's Higgins. So Bobby Higgins, a youngster, on the Gippsland power list. Handballs to the runner. And then Dykstra left it behind. Hillier is there to mop it up for the Tigers. Ran down from behind. Gets a handball away, though, to McFarland, although it was an illegal handball. And the free kicks on the outer side will go in the way of Jacob Belfer.
Unlucky there, Hillier. Just a lot of hard work there, just not to be rewarded for it.
Yeah, so Belfer goes short to Van Dyke. And they're just trying to weave their way through the centre corridor. They do it, but it's not easy work. Trent Baldy runs into, out of trouble. Handballs released to Van Dyke, who made an option for him. Harry Sim also in there. But Morwell just closing in quickly, not giving them the room to move. Good start against a real dangerous side. Abbas may have got that one. Rosado, handballs out. Can he find a winner? He can. That was curling. Blake curling towards the boundary line. Keeps the ball in play. Zach Anderson fights hard ground level. Umpire comes in, takes control. Early minutes of this round 7 clash between the home side Morwell and the visiting side in Moe. Top of the table is at the end of a successful afternoon for Moe. Morwell wanting to solidify their spot in the top 5 against a good side as they now, from the stoppage, work it beautifully by hand and find Hillier just short. In fact, is that Blake Cooling now?
Sorry, no.
Hillier now, who's got the ball. Just short of right half forward flank. Threatens a forward 50. They need a winner here. Can they find one? They can't. Pepper is a man loose in defence and then threads a handball through. They've got the runners. He does the 1-2. And now Pepper stops and he props and he kicks short but finds a teammate in Miles Paholke.
So the Lions, no score to speak of in the opening 3.5 minutes of play. The first quarter all thanks to Metricon Homes. Paholke's taking his time. The umpire says play on. Inboard it goes. Touched it was. Play on to the umpire. Prowse has the nous to get out of that one with a handball to Sim. Sim's little chip kick. Can find Higgins on the wing area. They stand. Higgins will chip one over the top. The run there of Scagliarini just missed him. Kale's kick was smothered. Scagliarini comes back around onto the right boot. Drives it inside forward 50. Kelty! Just flew across the front of the pack. Linton just got caught on the back foot. And Declan Kelty, hard to miss, takes a mark directly in front.
This is the hard part now for the Tigers too. They've got so many players to combat down in forward line for the Moe side as well. Kelty just flooded in the front of the pack, but there was so many different options there. Paholke was there too, and Crocker. So it was like the third option now here for Moe. And here we go, set shot now 30 metres out.
Yeah, directly in front, 4 minutes, and we have the first score, and it is 6. Goes to, well, the defender who's been rolling forward of late, and Declan Kelty gets the first one for the Lions.
Hey, Scott, I just like the fact that they're trying a few different things, and once upon a time, Harry Pepper used to find himself down forward as their key forward. Now he finds himself, he's a lot fitter this year as well, up on the wing. And he was a real key player here in the setup there too for Moe. So I like the fact that he's playing behind the ball. He can set the play up. He's a very skillful footballer. And it just gives Moe some different options as well.
First score on the Metricon Homes scoreboard has come at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. A goal to Moe.
All right, so we've got Abbas to do the ruck work. And Abbas gets the tap. Can he find a winner? Anderson's the player he was searching for. Dykstra is in there working hard. Rosado tried to take a body, just missed. And I tell you what, I'm glad he did for the sake of the young fella. As Morwell go forward, a shot on goal. Sam Walsh, the perfect reply in the 6th minute. Unbelievably well finished by Sam Walsh.
This is what I love.
Normally the defender.
He was, yeah. Normally. He's playing him forward now, Sam Walsh. I was actually a little bit confused about what you were trying to tell me. But I was actually trying to get that out as well, too. So at the same time, Sam Walsh, you see him across the half-back line for the Tigers. Normally, he's down forward, so it's a little bit of a mismatch here too. So both sides are bloody throwing their corn up in the air and saying, we're going to try a few different things this afternoon, and that worked out well.
Scores level at 1 goal straight, 6 apiece on the Metricon Home scoreboard. We've played 6 minutes of the first quarter.
So back to the middle they go again. Prowse taps it down. Dykstra's there, taps it to himself, does well. Handballs forward, nicely done to Morrow. Morrow's delivery to the forward target. No, Mills is there. Couldn't complete the mark. Handball of the toes of McGuinness. Now he has to become the tackler on Kelty. There's Mac McGuinness. We got a ball up.
I've been dying to get this out. Matt McGuinness has got the job on Ben Crocker, the biggest forward in the league at the moment.
A third
and
gamer.
Second gamer.
Second gamer, yep.
Playing against our league goal kicking leader at the moment.
Bailey with a quick kick out, top of the 50. Campbell's handball's a little bit too hot for his teammate. Kick around the body from Scagliarini. Kelty had to go at ground level. His second effort was okay. Now Rosado comes in to help for the Tigers. And Sim was in the bottom of the pack as well. Ball up.
Now, I was talking to Scagliarini during the week. You can call him Skags.
Okay.
All right. If you struggle with that, Poppy.
Yeah, well, that's likely to be me. As Abbas gets the tap down, finds Rosado. Rosado rides the tackle, feeds off the handball, and Morwell release through Boyd Bailey in defence, and they conveniently find the boundary line, which gives them time to set up. They're at the right half-back flank. Moe kicking to the right of Radio, the highway end of the Morwell Rec Reserve, and Morwell obviously kicking to the left of Radio, to the grandstand end, if you like, the new deck here at Morwell, where the 1985 Premiership team are celebrating a fine win some, 40 years ago? Are you serious?
85, there you go. Yes, Pop, you played in it.
Yeah. How old was I?
35.
Boundary throwing on the outer side. 7 3/4 minutes gone in the first quarter for Metricon Homes. Be inspired. Love where you live. It scores a level. There's a Prowse, big thump. Gets it out of the congested area. Working hard out there. Now, is that just a jumper change, perhaps? I'll get that for you. Is it Scagliarini, or Skaggs, as we know? He's in the 57 today. Again, Prowse taps it down. Anderson was there, gave a slick handball now to Abbas. Steps around one. The big man with a bit of agility. Right foot kick to the pocket. Hillier's there with Van Dyke. Good mates, those two are. That's going to be a good battle this afternoon. Boundary throwing inside the Tigers 50.
I like the way Abbas does that for a big man. We saw that a bit a fortnight ago, didn't we, against Maffra? He backs himself in. It's probably the least thing you expect from a big man to be dancing around.
He feels more comfortable up the ground. I think he feels uncomfortable when he's deep.
Oh, sideways throw in for the boundary umpire, as now gets in the hands of Hillier. On his left, goes high. Miles Paholke's there, and strong mark in front of the full forward closing McDonald. And Miles Paholke's been a great find, as you'd expect, ex-AFL. Goes straight down the middle of the ground, over the top of Sim's head. Coming off his man was Harry McCall. Cooling's there. Got a handball now to Campbell, to Bailey. Left foot Bailey to the open side. Out there is Rosado. Good spoiled on that occasion by Blackshaw. Rosado's got a couple to beat now, close to the boundary line. Van Dyke gets it back inboard now to Haywood. And Haywood's outboard kick and find Dykstra. He's all on his own. Defensive 50. Handball inboard to Holt. Now to Pepper. Pepper's little chiselling kick to Paholke at his toes. Dykstra couldn't pick up a clean one. The Tigers are going to go back the other way. Free kick's going to go for tunnelling. It's going to go Bobby Higgins' way.
So from the right half-back flank, Moe will set themselves up for a surge forward. Along the line they go. Kelty's the target. Ball spills front of the pack. Who's first one there? Morwell, good numbers, ground level. It was Maxie Linton that fought hard to keep the ball in area and to the advantage of his team momentarily before the umpire will take control.
It's really good, though, to see them all. See, they're very defensive playing as well, too. So a lot of players actually changing positions to cover different players at the same time.
So Charlie Bird took the ruck work. The Moe player with the ball was Trent Baldy. Backed himself in, took on the tackler, got tackled, and Berkeley McFarlane did the job and earned the free kick. He goes short to Bailey. Bailey again goes short. Nice option. They're not pumping it long. Cassara gives it back to Bailey. Bailey again goes short, working it out. Workman-like McFarlane. He started. He wants to finish. Can he find a winner? He can't. Drop short. Overrunning the ball again. For was Brandon McDonald, possibly, as the Lions work the ball out.
Run.
And there's a wave of Lions players, a pride of Lions, if you like, running towards the left half forward flank where Harry Sim is actually going to be beaten to the ball by Cohen Campbell, but only momentarily. Sim feeds it off, and Campbell's got it back. And now the Tigers settle as they work forward.
Yeah, Gazzara, now they've got one on. McDonald's all on his own. Brock Smith has to man the mark, and McDonald decides to check his kick at the last minute. Does it get to Galera? It does. Good body work on the ruckman Prowse. They've got a loose number. Does he get it to Walsh? He's on his own in the pocket. Galea doesn't go to him.
No, he needs to have a shot here, Scud, as well, too. And this is what happens, too, because Moe flooded forward. They ran like a pride of Lions, like you said, Poppy. But the turnover killed him here. This is an opportunity now for Galea.
So from 45 metres, close to the man on the mark, gets underneath it, but it's coming back. It hits the post.
Wow.
So on the Metricon home scoreboard, it reads a 1 point margin to the Tigers.
That lead change coming at the 11.5 minute mark on the Metricon home scored. 1-1-7 to Moe 1-6.
Addy Howe at ground level for Carpet Country. What's been happening in the first 11 minutes of play?
The boys just smashed out some rotations then as the ball came through the wing. I will say I've got complete different benches. Morwell are very composed and Moe are throwing out lots of directions for the boys.
All right, they realise their pressure is on, no question about that, as Paholke on the outer side of the ground. The pressure from Morwell causes a turnover. What can they make of this? They're looking for a burst. He got his hands to it, couldn't hold it. That's the problem. McFarlane, quick kick, top of square, one-hander, you little beauty. Good mark. Right in the last line of defence, and Moe now have time to settle through Brock Smith.
Looks to the outer side, has a target out there, and that is Blackshaw. Right foot thumping kick to the big ruckman and just lets it fall over the back. Callum Nash, unopposed, takes the mark. Inboard kick, looking for at the toes. Prowse picks it up. Nick Prowse, what a pickup for a big man. Releases Morrow and Morrow delivers to Crocker. No, it was to Paholke, but a great spoil by Aidan Quigley.
Crocker's not happy either, giving direction to the ball carrier.
It was Lee Paholke. My mistake there, Pop. It was Lee Paholke, the coach.
Scores level at 1-1-7 apiece. Metricon home scoreboard, almost 13 played in the first quarter.
You've got to make opportunities count when they come inside 50. When you're a big bloke, you've got to mark those opportunities.
Oh, turnover, kicking out of full back and taking the mark. Justin Morrow looks inboard and finds Lee Paholke, not 15. Play onto the umpire. Back onto the left. Standing start. Down. Oh, just missing. I thought he delivered a goal from off a step. It's a minor score. 13 minutes are gone. Metricon Homes, love where you live. What a quarter we're having.
Moe 1-2-8, Morwell 1-1-7.
It is so fast-paced.
Yep, ball brought back into play, and they go straight through the corridor, try to apply some pressure. Oh, hit hard, good contest. Grand level, Skaggs taken by Rosado, gets the kick away, cut off though by Aidan Quigley, who quickly plays on. There's some room to move. If they can take the grab, they couldn't, but they've still got time. As they come grandstand looking for Bailey. Under pressure, takes a grab, wants to play on, can't. Well held. He's got some room in the corridor again, had a couple of options, chose the closest one in Sam Walsh. Again, they're changing direction but keeping possession as McColl's run from the half-back line and they work their way to Hilliard, right half forward flank. They've found some space and Galea's been here before.
Too far out.
He is too far out and he knows that he's stopping and propping and looking for options. He'll kick from inside 50. He's going to go short. Can he find one? He can, McFarlane. No.
The whistle.
It's going to be brought back. He wasn't behind his mark.
We're setting him up first as well, though. I don't think he's too far out. I think he can actually have a real go here as well. I just like the way that Morwell's playing at the moment. Real good possession footy.
Boxer, he had a shot 2 minutes ago from closer in and couldn't make the distance.
I just think now he's a bit more relaxed now. He knew what he did for the first time. We'll see what he can do for the second time.
All right, he'll kick from just inside 50. Galea off the boot. It's got a bit of height. He'll go across the face of goals. Abbas again got the hands to it. Couldn't take the mark. Applies a good tackle. And the pressure was enough to cause the turnover as Musil takes the mark in the square and goes short. So they're starting to cut them up nicely, Morwell, and there's evidence of that left, right, and with this man, Bertley McFarlane.
They're beating them by foot right now. The Tigers, they're using the ball very well. This is a different Tigers side that we saw against Maffra a little while ago, but right now they're using the ball beautifully by foot.
McFarlane almost too casually kicks to the top of the square. Can he find a winner? They're taking the marks. Moe are standing strong. And the man that Eddie spoke to pre-game, Ben Danaher, big weekend for him today, bigger next week for his dad. We'll talk about that more throughout the course of the afternoon as the Lions work their way out of defence.
Yeah, Callum Nash it is to half-back, gets it to the wing area, over the back, nicely done, and Baldy gets a free kick over the shoulder. Trent rolls around on the right foot, delivers, and intercept mark there for Cooling. So the wingman getting back, taking the intercept. Looks up. No one really on at the moment. Got one on the outer side. It's Mac McGuinness. Finds him. Top of the 50. McGuinness, as we said earlier, has got the big job on Crocker. McGuinness will kick it long down the line and quickly find Crocker. And that mark will be taken by Chris Prowse. He quickly plays on, gives a handball to Danaher. Inboard kicks a wobbly one. Quigley can't complete the mark. Tigers got numbers everywhere. It was Anderson to Bailey to Cooling to McFarlane. Back to Cooling again. A handball over the top to Bailey. Crunch from the other direction. The Tigers have still got it. Bailey's down in the middle. Two Tigers are down. McFarlane and Bailey in the middle. Ball's coming back the other way. 3 Tigers are down. Anderson's down as well. It's carnage for the Tigers. Meanwhile, ball in dispute on the wing. Nash has got it. They're going to go forward. Scagliarini, open forward line, delivers to Crocker. Can't complete the mark. Ground level Paholke. Lee gives a handball across to Declan Kelty. Under pressure they are. And the Tigers wrap them up. Where do we go from here, boys?
It's too hard to say, Scud, at the moment. I love the style of footy the Tigers are playing at the moment. I'll elaborate that very shortly.
So dangerous spot there. Galea sockers it off the ground, looking for the boundary line. It's not going to find it. He chases after it again. Morrows dives down.
Work.
Good tap by Galea, looking for Hillier over the boundary line. Boundary throw in. What a game of football. Berkeley McFarlane's now coming off. His shoulder's gone. The Tigers have got injury worries left, right and centre. Zach Anderson's shoulder looks like it's hanging on by a thread as well. 17 minutes, first quarter for Metricon Homes. Oh, it's a 1-point margin, goodness gracious.
As Prowse gets the tap down, and let's all take a deep breath because the players like us are starting to feel the pinch. Young Blake Cooley gave a like father, like son handball towards his coach. And Nick Lucchino knows what that feels like.
Mate.
50-yard penalty will go the way of Morwell. Cody McDonald will put the Tigers within striking distance as they go to the left and they find a teammate in Sammy Walsh. Sammy Walsh goes short, finds the leading player in Brandon McDonald. And you'd think the big bad Brandon McDonald will have a go at the goals. He's certainly capable of kicking them from here.
I'm sensing the game plan here by Morwell as well. The big players of Moe, you've got to keep it away from them. So if you move the ball away from them, don't kick down the line like they used to do under pressure and use the player free, puts them in this position right now.
So McDonald plays on, uses the angle beautifully.
Wow.
Good goal, Brandon McDonald. And guess what, Paul Carter?
That's a third lead change for the quarter, Poppy, and it puts Morwell 5 points in front at the 18.5-minute mark of this first quarter. Metricon Homes scoreboard has the Tigers at 2-1-13, leading Moe 1-2-8.
Good signs here from the Tigers as well too. So they're using the ball very well. They're sharing the ball around. I know they've got a couple of little injury concerns. Maybe Berkeley McFarlane's is probably the main concern.
Boyd Bailey just back on.
Boyd's back on now as well too. But I love the fact that they're keeping possession footy. It's a possession footy game right now by the Tigers. They're keeping the ball away from the big tools of Moe and not allowing them to actually mark and go.
Addy Howe at ground level, what can you tell us about that carnage 5 minutes to play?
That was insane, boys. Boyd Bailey was very confident coming off then that he was all good to go. McFarlane is our concern. He's gone straight into the rooms for some treatment, boys.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on those as the Tigers get the clearance. Miles Paholke across half-back is going to win it in the field. No, he doesn't. Runs out of real estate. Boundary throw in 60 metres around from the Tigers' goal. Big moments right there, I tell you what, during that 15-minute mark. All thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. The bistro is back open 7 days a week. You can dine under the dome at the Morwell Bowling Club. As the umpire gets us back underway, Zach Anderson looks okay as well. Left foot kick, McDonald's there. Good spoil there from Blackshaw. Front and square, trying to crash his way through. Van Dyke and also McDonald as well, but we've got another stoppage.
Inside 50s at the moment, 13-6 Morwell's way.
So they're setting the tone, aren't they, in a lot of ways as a Bars contest. Ruck gets the tap. Can he find a teammate? He cannot. There's a group of a dozen players around the ball. The ball just 20 metres from Morwell's goals. Kicking to the left of Radio, the town end of the Morwell Rec Reserve. Again, Bars gets the tap. Again, he finds a teammate. Fighting hard, top of square, quick kick, smothered, tapped away, but only momentarily. Kick towards goals, cut off by a couple of Lions who are trying to ease the pressure. They're going to go for touch. And they find the behind, Paul Carter.
1 goal lead to Morwell at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter, 2-2-14, leading Moe 1-1-1-2-8.
So Paholke, the Lions are kicking towards the, I was going to say the power station end of the ground, but that's no longer here. No. There is still an open cut out there. The Tigers kicking towards the Morwell City end of the ground. They just go back and forth a little bit. Van Dyke goes back to Paholke, who comes out wide to Haywood. And the Lions chip it inboard on the 45 to Holt. Wearing the long sleeves and the number 99. The time-honoured number 99 for the Lions. As Kurt Holt kicks towards the grandstand side of the ground. Kilty's the target. Big fly.
Good mark.
And nice strong mark in front of Harry McCall. Kelty wants to go inboard. He's going to handball, though, to Pepper. Right on the boundary line. Kicks down the line. Beautiful. Belfer couldn't complete it. Morrow's there and Quigley. Boundary line wins out. Boundary throw in. 21 minutes gone. And it is a 6-point margin to the Tigers.
I don't mind that matchup too, Scud, with McCall onto Kelty as well. I think it'll be a good learning curve here for McCall as well. He'll learn a fair bit of footy.
So Kelty gets the tap on that occasion. Oh, Rosado put the head down, burrowed through, got it taken off, put it back on, and he'll take the free kick. So Rosado, left half-back flank. Looks up.
50.
And 50-metre penalty again. There's 2 indiscretions.
So what we're doing that
voice, doesn't it?
Let's go around the grounds. Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. In the Gippsland League, it is Bairnsdale 2 straight 12 to Sale 117, and Leongatha 3-3-21. They lead Druin just to 1 point.
Back here, it's Morwell 2-2-14, Moe 1-2-8. Rosario gives to Bailey. Bailey goes long, looking for goals, cut off all too easily, and that's happened too many times. They need to almost think about going low into the forward 50. Miles Paholke took the mark, and he's been pretty good as he releases Jacob Belfour, and they get out of trouble through Prowse. That's Big Nick. Left half-back flank goes short. Kick got a touch on it, and all of a sudden we've got a 50-50 ball that Moe win through Sim. Handballs further up the ground. Can they get something happening here? The Lions, they can't. The pressure from Morwell, good.
Yes.
Goes out of play, out of side of the
And
ground.
I do like the pressure. The one-on-one pressure from the Tigers is what's really the big catalyst of them so far in this first quarter as well. Their matchups have been A1 right now. They just need to sustain it right now for the rest of this first quarter.
Yeah, pressure there, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. Big tap down there was by Burr, and Hillier tried to crash his way through, lost the footy. It's holding the ball as Scagliarini wins it. Kicks inside forward 50. Kelty again in front of McCall, takes another strong mark. He's been the most dangerous forward for the Lions, and he'll go back nearly where he kicked his first. Just a little bit more of a slighter angle, but no more than 35, 40 metres out.
Yeah, Scott, if I was at young Harry McCall, maybe the message might have to go out. Play maybe Declan in front. I think it's really dangerous that, I mean, he can mark probably front and back, but at the same time, don't give him that luxury of playing in front because he's so tall, reads the play so well. He's such a class footballer.
Got to be your body work early. He just knows where the drop zone is. Declan Kelty on its way, and this occasion misses to the far side. Minor score. The Metricon's More Love celebration is now on. Get $50,000 to spend on bonus luxuries on their designer and signature homes.
More leading by 5 points, 2-2-14 to Moe 1-3-9, almost 24-minute mark.
And you can do all that for just 10 grand. That is at Metricon. Love where you live.
All right, ball being brought back in now. Finds Maxi Linton. Still in enemy territory, but trying to work their way out to Bailey. He was under pressure. He had time. He releases the ball to Galea. Goes inboard. Kick couldn't have been any more worse, unfortunately. So it's been cut off, and Ben Danaher releases. Gives it to his teammate in Haywood, and now they go forward through Paholke. Looking for Crocker. Can he find that player? No, he can't. Boundary will win out, you'd think. It's ever so close, and now 30 metres from Moe's goals. Stephen Mills was the last player for Morwell to see that ball out.
What a luxury they've got, Moe, too, to be able to play Miles Paholke behind the ball and set him up so well. It's not working for him at the moment because the Morwell Tiger defence has been fantastic.
He is racking them up, though. The dangerous boundary throw-in. Linton gives it to McGuinness. McGuinness's outlet kick just on the head there. McDonald, he left it behind, and Brock Smith just jumps in front with elevates a nice mark. And now good smother by McDonald, though, although nicely done by Sim. Gives a handball to Scagliarini, and his high kick, top of the square. Lee Paholke can't complete the mark. Ground level Mills left it behind. Head over the football there is Lee Paholke, and fighting hard at ground level as well for the Tigers. A little bit of going on between Quigley and the Paholke as well.
Don't give the free kick. Free kick's going Morwell's way.
Yep, going Aidan Quigley's way.
He just drove the elbow straight into the head there too, so great play by both good players, but Quiggs was very smart in the way he worked that through.
So Quigley hasn't really got anyone to go to. Goes long and wide to Musil. Nash will stand. Musil had to become the spoiler in the end. The boundary line, best result for the Tigers. The Lions do well.
But this is what we need now. The Lions are getting frustrated.
There's a lot of frustrations, but this is the Tigers' biggest downfall is their lapses in quarters. They need to sustain it right now. 25-minute mark being played.
Missed that free kick too, boys. What happened here?
On the full.
On the full, how was punched out by Musil.
Yeah.
So either way, the Tigers have a free kick through Bailey, and it drives it towards the wing area. Big over the back press. Had good piece of that too. Couldn't complete the mark though. Umpire said it'll be my ball right in front of the grandstand here. 25 and make it 26 now. And the margin sits at 5 in front of the home side, the Tigers. Rob Popplestone on TRFN.
So Abbas gets the tap, thumps it forward, finds the opposition player who grabbed ball. He in turn was grabbed by Bailey. Rosado just comes in to lend a hand. And when I say lend a hand, it means get rid of 2 or 3 opposition players. Abbas gets another tap. Again, can't find a teammate, but they get the free kick. So the free kick goes the way of Sam Walsh, who's been busy. His kick is not great. I don't think it was intended for that player in Zach Anderson, but he finds that player and he'll take it. Just short of left half forward flank. Wants to feed off to Galea. Now he's been called to play on. Goes to the pocket. They've been breaking down as they go forward. Free kick's going to go Moe's way this time.
Boxer, the Lions had 3 loose defenders.
3 back. Miles, Paholke and Young and Holt as well. So 2. So obviously Morwell are playing a second or third midfielder as well at stoppages.
Oh, gee whiz, this guy's been on fire. Declan Kelty took the mark, played on quickly to Baldy, right in the middle of the Morwell Rec Reserve. Right foot delivery, though, is going to drop short. Mills takes the mark right on the quarter-time siren.
Crocker is not happy.
And what a game of football we have. For the first quarter for Metricon Homes, love where you live. It's been an entertaining one. Tigers 2-2-14 are leading the Lions 1-3-9. You're listening.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
It was the split round, round 7. Let's take a look at the top goals of the week from week 1. Starting us off at number 1, Blake Cornelius here from Wonthaggi, ducking and weaving through traffic, got into the open space and sends it home.
And it's ran on by Wonthaggi and he snapped the goal around the corner. That's Blake Cornelius.
Number 2, Connor Ambler here from Traralgon with a bit of distance. He unloads, the wind takes it, but it just comes back late.
Gets the handball away to Ambler on the boot, and the Maroons will respond quickly again there through Connor Ambler.
Number 3, all class from Caleb Corwin from Maffra. Burns his opponent, takes off, lines it up, and puts it home. Number 4, it's Tom Hobbs here from Warrigal. Whoop! Just gets around one and delivers. Number 5, how's this from John Butcher from Maffra? Unloads with the left from a long way from home, goes over the pack there, rolling, 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 and it's bowled everyone. Look at that, he's kicked that from about 80 out.
midfield is very on top at the moment, the Tigers. I just think they've got to make more of the opportunities when they go inside their forward 50 at the moment, because they're getting mopped up by Miles Pahokee and a couple of others that are floating back at the moment, and they're sort of rushing a bit of blood as well. But I like the fact that they're playing possession footy, but the possessions are very good at the same time too, Scud. So they've just got to make sure they can sustain that too. If they can sustain that sort of style of play, keep the pressure, force the errors from Moe, the frustration I feel is kicking in for Moe too. So the Moe side look like they're frustrated. Their forwards are frustrated. Both Lee Pahokee and Ben Crocker, who are both goalless for the game as well, are very frustrated because the fact is that they're getting forced to get the possession inside 50 and they're making mistakes.
Let's go down to Eddie Howe, who was at both huddles during the quarter-time break.
McFarlane has been ruled out with his shoulder injury. Morwell really want to focus on keeping up the pressure and numbering off, resetting in the mids as well, and making sure they don't kick to a silly 3v1. Moe want to allow the forwards to reset and don't just kick to Crocker all the time, only kick to him when he is available. They want to reset and go back to focusing on the basics and nailing the easy things.
All right, the second quarter, thanks very much to Eddie Howe at ground level. Second quarter is underway for the Moe Racing Club.
Chris Prowse to do the work against Abbas. I'll give it to Abbas because Rosado was the beneficiary of his tap, but he in turn was taken by two Moe players, one of which was Trent Baldy. Like to see that. Baldy v Rosado. And we're going to see it for the next 90 minutes as the ball gets tossed up again. This time it was Prowse. Rosado got the tap. A kick towards left half forward flank. Takes an off break. Anderson there fighting hard. Tries to keep the ball in. Does keep the ball in. A handball to the advantage of his teammate. And the 1-2. Can they make something out of very little? They can't. As the Moe defence closes down and eventually the central umpire will take the ball. Opening second quarter, at quarter time, it was Morwell 2-2-14, Moe 1-3-9.
Yeah, Declan Kelty with a goal for the Tigers, McDonald Walsh for the Tigers, Kelty for the Lions. Individual goal scorers so far. Another stoppage on the outer side there, just inside the field of play. Boxer's got some around the ground scores for us in a moment. We'll just see how this pans out of the ruck. A little soccer off the ground there from the big man of Bass. Out the back was Van Dyke. Hillier tackles him. We'll have another stoppage. Boxer.
Yeah, Scott, in the Gippsland League at the moment, it is Sale 1-2-8. They trail Bairnsdale 4 straight 24. And Leongatha 5-4-34 to draw on 1-1-7.
All right, Musil and Prowse. Prowse again taps it down. Rosado at pace. Got around a tackler and handballs it through. No, it's holding the ball. Great
unlucky
tackle by Dykstra, but goodness gracious, at pace, winning that stoppage. As the kick from Dykes was poor, but nicely done by Scagliarini. Twisting and turning, got away from the tackler and then delivered nicely to Belfer. So the Lions at half-back. Belfer will look in the middle of the ground, look for, and not quite finding. Well rove, though, by Miles Pahokee. Drives it inside forward 50. Linton at his toes. Shoved off it there by Lee Pahokee. Here's Crocker, the first time this afternoon. Right foot kick out wide, finds a teammate in Prowse. And Prowse marks at 48 metres, quickly goes to the top of the square in a one-on-one. Kelty and Mills. Mills and Kelty. Mills, goal line. Fresh airy. Higgins. Umpire said it was over the line. Tigers breathe a sigh of relief, minor score.
And they bring the ball back in quickly. They come grandstand side where Cooling has the ball. He goes short, finds a teammate. Nicely done. Looks like McGuinness. And
kick was smothered.
His kick was smothered off the boot.
Trent Baldy as well, that was a smother. What a game this is. It's a high-paced footy game at the moment. It's like a finals atmosphere right now in regards to the way the game is being played at the minute.
So the ball to be thrown back in on the intersection of forward 50 and boundary. Grandstand side. Easily done by Prowse. Can he find a winner? He can. A kick around the body came from his teammate there in Dykstra. Rosado taken ball, and he is paid for dropping the ball and lets Prowse know he's not too happy with him. Prowse wants to go back. I'll give that one up as the ball goes to Higgins. Higgins, top of the square. Can they find a winner? They can't. Free kick through. It's going to go.
We don't know which way he's pointing.
And that's going to Morwell. It's a block. He's called a block.
Okay, nicely picked up. And the block will go Morwell's way, and they ease the pressure.
Yeah, Linton got it out to Mills. Mills goes to Cooling. Defensive 50 for the Tigers. And he gets called to play on now, so he chips it out wide, and McGuinness.
Almost 50.
You know what I loved about Morwell side then too, boys, is the fact that when the ball was outside their 50, they set up so well defensively. They really cut off the leads from Crocker and Pahokee as well.
McGuinness goes back to Cooling. They've outside their defensive 50. No real switches on, so the kick will go high down the line and finds the touch, and he does. So boundary throw in, centre wing on the far side. 4 minutes in to the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. They've got a new date for the Moe Cup, guys. Sunday, the 16th of November.
Oh, nice. Do you reckon... What do you reckon Eddie put in those cookies?
They are very good. Don't worry about that. Tickets
Eddie, what have you done?
Tickets and packages now on sale for the Moe Racing Club. As Rosado burst away from the stoppage, handballs forward to Anderson, out wide to Bailey, who's had a huge first quarter. His left foot chiseling kick,
better,
chiseling kick to Musil.
Better.
Finds him. Shot on goal coming for the Tigers.
So the style of play is so much changed since the last time we saw the Tigers. Their possession game is working so well for them right now because they're actually executing what they should be doing. So that's the beauty of football at the moment. When you get it right, it looks a lot better. And you're putting your opposition under pressure when you're able to do possessions like that. So Musil's got a big chance here on goal.
Tigers lead by 4 at the moment. Musil slight angle, 45 metres out. Probably a 45-degree angle on its way. Dan Musil wants it to come back right to left, and it doesn't. It's a minor score.
It's a 5-point lead as it was at quarter time, with both teams adding 1 point. 2-3-15 Morwell, 1-4-10 Moe. That's the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
So Paholke will bring the ball back in for Moe. I like what I see from Morwell, working hard with the ball and even without the ball to apply the pressure required to take it up to a good side. Paholke short kick to Haywood, still in their enemy territory. Risky kick across the face of goals. The shepherd from number 99, Holt, worked okay, and Paholke gets another go at it. So they've had 3 possessions and gone nowhere, and Morwell are just closing them down, teasing them almost as Van Dyke comes grandstand side eventually. A free kick paid? No, mark's been paid over the top from Prowse. They're just unsure about themselves at the moment, and fortuitously a high tackle gives Moe an opportunity to reset. But the pressure from Morwell was pretty good. Higgins was on the end of that high tackle, and he's just not sure where to go. There's just doubt in this Moe side as he goes along the line, and at ground level it's picked up nicely. Prowse feeds off. Dunn, Skaggs, kicks inside forward 50. McCall has the opportunity to mark. He can't. Crocker comes through. Can he evade? He cannot. It's dropping the ball, my friend. It doesn't matter where you play. That's dropping the ball. 50. And a 50-metre penalty. Number 3 for today or not?
No, now it is.
There might be another one too, actually.
1 sec. Has he paid the first one? That's what I want to know.
No, he hasn't paid any at all.
No, he didn't. No, you're right. I think, yes, coming back, the Tigers just assumed that it was 50 because the whistle went. In the end, Max Linton has it, and he was going to go lateral. Oh, it's a sloppy kick off the back foot to Mills under pressure. Back to Linton. Inboard handball to McGuinness. McGuinness got to get ball. He's in trouble. Big don't argue. Dumps him to ground, but he might turn it over. No, Hillier's there with a little don't argue his own. Outer side kick to Musil. Can't complete the mark. Brock Smith was there. Didn't have the footy. And the free kick's going to go the Lions' way. It's physical. It's willing. It's able. And now Smith goes high towards Prowse, although worked underneath it. He's too tall. Nicely done by Nick. Quickly rolls and goes. Chip inside and on his own. Taking the mark. Is it Morrow? I think you'll find it is. And Justin Morrow will have a shot directly in front from about 48.
It's just that decision making, I think, too, from the Tigers. He didn't have any option, obviously, where to kick to. But I really like the signs here of the Tigers at the minute, too. If this goal doesn't go through, there's some really good signs here. The pressure is on. The game is willing. This is brilliant so far.
Tigers lead by 5. Justin Morrow with a shot on goal. 48 metres. He's got it going to the right, and it made the distance, but it's a minor score. Paul Carter, Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
4-point lead to Morwell, 2-3-15, Moe 1-5-11.
Tell you what, young members, listen up, because things just got a little bit more exciting with the new young members enclosure about to open at Moe. Oh, is that the place to be on Cup Day?
We're too young for that.
No, we'll get in there, don't worry.
Sure.
Here we go. Don't forget, too, you can dunk Cassandra next week at Bensdale. We'll be there as Harrison McCall brings the ball.
Yes, they've got a dunking machine at
Moe. Moe, yep, you can dunk her. We'll be at Bensdale with the dunking others as Moe go forward through Skaggs. Just outside 50, usually a beautiful user of the ball, and he finds Pepper. Boundary, just metres to his right, and for a right footer it's not ideal because he'll kick for goal from 35 metres out, and it will take his very best for Moe to hit the front. 8.5 minutes gone second quarter. Morwell 2-3-15. Moe 1-5-11. Pepper with the ball. on the tightest of angles, goes for the punt kick. Off the boot. The umpire doesn't change too much. And old Pepper goes bang. As we'll cross to Addy shortly. I would need an injury update on something you can see out of the corner of our eye.
That's the Sambrero.
Pepper is a contender for the Sambrero goal of the day.
Yeah, massive goal there too. Kurt Holt has come off for Moe. He looks like a right hamstring, maybe quad, calf, ankle. I don't know yet. We'll just work that through. But it looks like it actually looks like a hammy from here right now. But what a goal. What a setup too, what a game, because we've had, both sides have really dominated inside their 50s, and we've seen Morwell not take their opportunities this quarter, and Moe now just seem to have a little bit more control inside their 50. It was a great goal there by Pepper.
2-point lead to Moe, 9-minute mark.
So it looks like maybe the Tigers and the Lions might be down one. A trip in the middle of the ground goes to Boyd Bailey. We'll get down to Addy in a moment with a correct diagnosis. As Bailey goes to the outer side where Anderson presents, can take the mark. Half forward flank. Walsh presents on the inside 45. He goes backwards now to Harry McCall. Addy Howe at ground level for Carper Country. Kurt Holt.
Yeah, Kurt Holt has just come off with his right hamstring. He's just getting some treatment, bit of a rub down on that now. We'll see if he gets back on, boys.
Let's have a look at it as they're working on him right in front of us. Meanwhile, the Tigers have it through Walsh. Too far out to score, though. And it's a crowded, clogged up forward line for the Tigers. So the high kick, it's a bit of a wobbly one. Musil will fly. Oh, big one by Rosado coming back of the flight. Lions, Hempel over the shoulder. Paholke's there, that's Miles. Gives it to Van Dyke and whistle. We got an injured player down, have we? No.
It's Paholke as well. It was a little bit of late contact as well.
Abbas came through and didn't deviate whatsoever.
So Van Dyke has the free kick. The cross kick across the goal just got there over the top of Bass's head as Brock Smith takes the mark. Inboard now to Jaron Makepeace. Makepeace turns and goes back to the other side where it just came from, where Van Dyke was camping out there. He's got Haywood, who's presented on a half-back flank and hits him. Nicely done. In front of Gazzara. Haywood looks up. He's got Balfour if he wants him, but decides to come inboard to Scagliarini. Hits him. And now looks into the middle of the ground. No one there, so he just runs to the wing. Gives a handball to Danaher. Just dropped at the crucial stage, and Musil nearly had him. Gives a handball to Baldy. Backwards to Paholke. Shrugs the shoulder, gets one over the shoulder. And the free kick goes to Miles. Paholke looks up, goes in the direction of Kelty. Why wouldn't you? He's got a couple to beat, and nearly does so. He does get the free kick over the shoulder. So Kelty doesn't quite come back behind his mark. The umpire gets him there now. Lee Paholke's all on his own presenting. No one's manning him up. And Declan Kelty goes to the hot spot where Prowse sits. Big fly out the back. The whistle goes. It's going against Ben Crocker.
I like the matchup now with Mills onto Kelty as well too. So the matchup there for me is perfect. I think it was a lucky free kick to Declan as well. It's this stage, but I like that. Don't mind the move there by the Tigers.
Well, talking of moves, I don't reckon it's going to be long before they make a move with Crocker. He's just of no value there at the minute, and it's not for his own fault at all. But I could see more value either midfield, further up the ground, or even on the bench as Morwell try to work it out of the area. A quick kick for goal! I think it's come back and gold.
Hit the post.
It's hit the post, has it? Who was it, the kick?
The coach.
Yeah, the coach, Lee Paholke.
It was Paholke.
The quick kick. Yeah, the kicking board wasn't 15, and it's been catching a few out.
Oh, dear.
As the kick out there, no, they got a hand on that. They
boundary umpire was out of place.
They've caught a mark.
Yeah.
The Tigers are claiming the mark. And McGuinness just says, well, I'll kick it down the line. Brock Smith tried to complete it. Rosado and just bumps off the would-be tackler. And then runs through another.
Good on him.
It is on. The whistle is gone.
No, umpire, let it go. Let it go, umpire. Rosado was so tough at the ball. You had to be here to see it. He's pulling through three players, and now it's gone against him.
So Chris Prowse won the free kick, and now he drives it inside. A big pack again. Can't complete it, no one. At ground level, strong tackle. Boots flying everywhere.
But see, what
that was
Rosado
crap. That was
did,
crap, to be honest.
He gave him a thump on the chest, open hand, just to let him know that he took him on and he came out second best.
Oh, it's a good game. Scores of 3 points at the moment. Danaher from the back of the stoppage. Kick around the body. Can they mark the lines? Good. No, going back with the flight, Quigley. And he's got one on the outer side. The runner is Anderson. Finds him half-back flank. Turns around. Campbell's there. Paholke mans him up. And Anderson just waits for his troops to push to the other side of the ground. He's got a short one, and that short is McCall. The Tigers have been good in this area, holding on to the football. McCall sold some candy and then drove it long, but it's a 1-on-3, and the three, no. The two Lions go up and spoil each other. Ground level there is McDonald. Inboard handball to Campbell, back to Bailey. Inboard to Gazzara, and Sammy Gazzara got his kick smothered. Might work out. Burrs there, Cooling steps around one. On the left foot snap. It's a Zambrero! Cooling kicks the left foot goal from about 30 out. He might just be eating Zambrero tonight for dinner.
Absolutely. Dad's hungry as well. Have to large Zambrero at the moment on that one as well, because that was an absolutely brilliant build-up by the Tigers. This is better football. I haven't seen the Tigers play this well for a long time, and it's all about possession footy at the minute too. Zach Anderson's just coming off now with that left shoulder, but that's okay, because right now the way and the style of footy, the confidence level's up now by the Tigers, so let's see if they can sustain this now for the rest of the quarter.
Fifth lead change for the match at the 14-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe Racing Club scoreboard has a 3-point lead to Morwell, 3-3-21 to Moe 2-6-18.
Prowse went up earlier. Bars lays the tackle, ground level.
I'll just get some scores quickly, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture in Gippsland. Fish Creek 3-1-19, Foster 3-3-21, Hillland 2-3-15 to Ballara 3-4-22.
Bars gets the tap again, goes Morwell's way, gains 5 metres. Free kick paid. Like to see hear the free kick count in a moment off you, Paul Carter, as Morwell go forward. Nicely done. I reckon it was Galea. Got rid of the ball. They go short. I think they're starting to frustrate this Moe side. Bailey gives it to a runner, and the Tigers, they've got all the numbers. Well, it wasn't Galea before, because it's Galea now.
Now, Poppy, this is the third time he's had a chance. Probably
from the same angle. You're right. So it was a Blake Cooling that set this up a moment ago, as Galea again goes close to the man on the mark, and the kick was a poor one. Probably needs to come off the mark another 5 metres.
And what I was going to say, the third time he's had the opportunity.
What do you do there?
You have to pass off.
So
he's had 2 chances at it.
Do you basketball it around, or you look for the short?
Just chip the ball around, keep possession, and then don't lose the possession like they've lost right now.
You give it back.
It's probably still in their favour because it's in the deep defensive area for Moe, but right now he should have passed it off.
What's he doing, Box? Laying back on the kick?
Oh, that
was
was
just too far out.
Too far out.
Just once you get outside your range, you do a lot of different things.
All right.
Morwell 3-3-21. Moe 2-6-18. 16 minutes gone. Second quarter. Moe dance around the last line of defence, and this time it's Blackshaw that goes towards the right back pocket, where they find Dykstra. He goes inboard. Nicely done to Van Dyke. He's always busy. This is good kicking, good running. Paholke from the full back line to the outer side wing. Kicks to the advantage of Crocker. Not quite at the height that he needed. That he fights hard. At best, he keeps the ball in the area. He's going to be pinged because he scooped the ball in.
No, I'm not sure he likes that.
No, I like that as well, because he had possession there too, and he tucked it back in. It's been a rule for so long. He's done a great job so far here, the young fella.
So McGuinness now changes direction and spreads really wide. Nicely done to Quigley. Defensive 50. He's got a short option. That option is Mills, Steve Mills. In front of the 85 premiership team for Morwell. The kick is a risky one. You wouldn't have seen Brett Hayes do that in the back line, and now they're in trouble because Crocker can get a confidence-building goal, and he needs to as well, as he'll kick from 45 metres out directly in front.
And this is the problem you have too. When you're playing against a good player like Crocker, you don't lapse. You just got to keep maintaining the fact that you've had the pressure on him so far for a quarter, nearly 2 quarters of this game so far, but only a little bit of space for a quality player like this is all he needs. Gets his first one here, his confidence levels are going to rise.
That's right, but misses, and all of a sudden the question mark still is like a light bulb above the head. Crocker, 40 metres out directly in front. Should be bread and butter.
Wow.
When you haven't had much of the ball, that's what happens. Behind for Moe.
Great crowd here.
Brilliant.
Morwell Rec Reserve, of course, Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
2-7-19. 2 points behind Morwell. 3-3-21.
McCall comes out wide to Cooling, who takes the mark. He wants a short. Hasn't really got one at the moment. He'll get called to play in a moment, and the kick will go down the line where McDonald and Musil will fly with Prowse. No one can complete the mark. Hayward's there, tackled quickly by Patterson. And we're going to ball up right in front of the Morwell coaching staff, have been working wonders. They've gone to task on the Lions in terms of pressure-wise, but the Lions have held strong so far. The Tigers need to keep this up for 4 quarters. Rosado got tackled without the football. Play on, said the umpire. Sim steps up. And then Rosado returns the favour with a tackle. The margin, as we said, it sits at 2 points at the moment. It's been a great game of football, low scoring, but it's had just about everything. Both sides are down one on the bench. As Dykstra tried to run through the tackle, the umpire says my ball.
I'll give you some more scores in the Gippsland Football League as well. Stony Creek 3-1-19 to Morwell East, no score. Thorpedale 5-2-32 to Tarwin 3-3-21. And Tura 3-1-19 to MDU, just the 1 point.
Free kick goes the Lions' way, and Prowse, that's Chris, will have the free kick. Quickly handballs across to Danaher.
He does too. Danaher goes short and finds Skaggs. Skaggs plays on within 70, top of the square, tumbling punt towards 20 metres of the goals. Oh, 1-2 grab play on around the body. Crocker says, I'm back, baby, and so are my Lions side.
Yeah, great build up there by the Lions as well too, and he was in the perfect spot, well read, like a class player. You can't keep him down too long. But at the same time, it was a great kick inside. You just got to put the defence under pressure, and that's exactly what the Lions did. And a great mop-up, great goal. Much needed for the Lions as well. Puts him in front.
And they're in front by 4 points. They've played 19 minutes of the second quarter on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. We've got Moe 3-7-25, leading Morwell 3-3-21.
Scud, I've got some scores here for the North Gippy as well. Sale City 6-6-42 to Yarram 2-2-14. Yallourn North 4-5-29 to Rosedale 2-1-13. Gormandale 3-1-19 to TTU 4-7-31.
Eddie Howe at ground level, what can you tell us?
I can tell you that Colt is still getting treatment down on the massage table behind the coach's box there. But can we go back to Galia's shank out on the full? It has smashed a windscreen.
Oh!
Fully smashed behind the goals there, boys. I don't know how you missed that one.
Dad's got plenty of money. You can pay for that.
Goodness gracious. Good pickup, Addy. We'll keep an eye on that one because, well, you run the risk, don't you?
Yeah, well, you do.
Park on the boundary.
And that's usually where Dad parks the car.
It's
Josh's dad I'm talking about.
Meanwhile, you haven't missed anything back there. Good pickup by Eddie.
A bass.
A bash with a strong tackle. We've had about 4 ball ups in the middle of the ground, so the ball's still there after that goal. Dykstra was the one that Abbas tackled, and the big ruckman go at it again. Abbas taps it out the back. Scagliarini gets a forward handball. Cooling will come the other direction. Couldn't quite complete it. Scagliarini with a quick kick to half. Forward it goes. Quigley beelined it. Won the footy. Nicely done. Stepped around one. Little chip kick to Anderson. He's got runners. He decides to go backwards to Galere. Doesn't get the favourable bounce. Nicely done by Galere. Somehow gets the handball away, but the Lions are there. And it's through Belfer. Goes in the middle to where Dykstra gets on the end of it. His left foot high kick. He's waiting for Crocker. Back there was Paholke, good spoil. There's Kelty, squeezed a handball out. Crocker tapped it out to open space. McDonald does well for the Tigers, gives it to Mills, and Mills dumps one out. It might work, it does nicely. And it finds in the hands there of Zach Anderson. Inboard kick to Bailey, gives a handball to the run of Cooling. Steps round one, gives a handball to Walsh, gets further afield by hand now to Anderson. His chip kick over the top. Brock Smith come off his man. Went to ground though. Hillier gave it to Musil. Musil quickly to Anderson, who got dumped after he got rid of the footy. Play on to the umpire, and Miles Paholke will mop it up to Danaher to Sim. Sim twisters and gets away from Abbas, and now Prowse will do the outlet kick.
He does too. As Sim goes back at Abbas, I'll give you a bit of advice, Sim. Don't. As the ball comes right grandstand side, good tackle. The pressure is intense and it's unrelenting as they dance around. A good tackle late was laid on Moe's Dykstra. The ball tumbles towards the boundary line, and McColl's in no desperate need to keep that ball in as another Moe player comes to the bench.
Free kick to Moe too at half forward to Belfer.
So Belfer short, goes to the lead of Crocker over the head of Crocker, and Crocker is not very happy. Max Linton thumps that ball over the boundary line.
We don't have 42 in the book, do we?
Bobby
Higgins. It's Bobby Higgins. Yeah. He's just come off now with a right ankle injury as well too. What pressure here though too from the Tigers as well. They are really sustaining this at the moment in the second quarter.
Boundary throw in. Danaher got his head over the football. Ran into McDonald. Gave a handball to Scagliarini. Quick kick inside forward 50. McColl came off his man. Handballed forward though. Pepper's there, and then McColl gives away the free kick.
It's just the inexperience, though, from McCauley. I think he's probably more frustrated than anything else. His handball was a little bit errant as well, and he tried to mop up on it as well. But Harry Pepper's been in some form this game so far as well.
All thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. The new MUX and D-Max is available.
And we know he's a renowned goal kicker as well too, Scud. So dead in front, 40 metres out. This should be a gimme here for Pepper.
So Harry Pepper directly in front, has won already this afternoon. And this one from 48, leans back on it. Beautiful kick of the football. Likes it. Oh, and then he just dumps Harry
1 second.
McCall.
What's going to happen here?
So the goal should be all clear.
It counts. The goal counts.
There'll be a free kick in the middle of the ground, surely you'd think. As now Rosado comes in to remonstrate with Pepper. And there could be a little bit going on in the middle of the ground as well now. This will be interesting. Will the Tigers get the free kick? We'll go to a score quickly. Paul Carter.
It's a 10-point lead to Moe. 24-minute mark, second quarter. The Moe Racing Club scoreboard has Moe 4-7-31.
Yep, there is.
To 3-3-21.
So the Tigers quickly get the free
don't
kick.
go forward. There's no one there.
And he goes short to Patterson. Well done. Well worked out from McDonald. And McDonald's just got to wait because all the players are out of position. McDonald gets called to play on from 51 metres. It's a high kick. Anderson's got to fly with Prowse and gives away a free kick. And he's in a bit of trouble with that right shoulder now, Prowse. It is heavily strapped, but
And
he
he's
gets
got,
up.
yeah, he's got some history there. I reckon he's popped it back out. I reckon he's popped it. Yep, I reckon he has.
So popped it back in, you reckon?
Yep, I reckon it's gone back in.
He's not out of the woods just yet. You keep an eye on him. I'll keep an eye on the ball because it's fallen in the arms of Paholke at left half-back flank. Boundary just metres to his left. They're kicking to the left of Radio. He's going to give ground, or is he? He's going to go back. This could be dangerous. He has to lift the right arm. Ooh. He did. And I speak of Prowse. That's Nick. Goes towards the outer side. They're starting to slowly gain control of this game. 10 points up they are. Van Dijk with the ball, right half-back flank. 10 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it's 31-21 and we're nearly at half-time. Haywood gives the ball to Skaggs. Outer side of the ground. He goes inboard, risky kick, but the height difference between Prowse and is extreme, and a tumbling punt falls fortuitously arms of Belfer. So Belfer on that left leg. He's got Crocker, but it's 2-on-1 and Crocker reads it ever so nicely and takes the mark. And this will be goal number 2, despite the claims from the Morwell defender that he touched it.
It's a pretty lucky mark there as well, on the siren too. Oh. So one thing that the Lions do need right now is to go with this big buffer. He can't come off, so he has to step around. I don't even know why he's doing that.
No, he can run around, but he has to go backwards, but he can't go over the line.
Over the line.
So the umpire really should be behind him.
He should be. As Crocker kicks and goals, and that sets the tone for the second half. Somewhere, somehow, the home side, the Morwell Tigers, need to find something that they've never found before because their first 60 minutes of football has been unquestionably the best of the season, and yet they find themselves 16 points down at the main break.
Yeah, just boiling over a little bit as well after that celebration. The Tigers and the Lions come together on the halftime siren, but it was Moe on the field kicking the last 3 goals of the quarter. And as we said, they get it out to 16 points at the halftime. It is Lions 5-7-37, lead the Tigers 3-3-21. It is halftime. Both the sides now have separated and will make their way into the change room for halftime. We've got the halftime wrap coming up as well here on TRFM. It is Gippsland Live, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Terralgan. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Terralgan. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
It was the split round, round 7. Let's take a look at the top goals of the week from week 1. Starting us off at number 1, Blake Cornelius here from Wonthaggi, ducking and weaving through traffic, got into the open space and sends it home.
And it's ran on by one Thaggy, and he snapped the goal around the corner. That's Blake Cornelius.
Number 2, Connor Ambler here from Terrelgan with a bit of distance. He unloads, the wind takes it, but it just comes back late.
Gets the handball away to Ambler on the boot, and the Maroons will respond quickly again there through Connor Ambler.
Number 3, all class from Caleb Corwin from Mafra. Burns his opponent, takes off, lines it up, and puts it home. Number 4, it's Tom Hobbs here from Warrigal. Whoop! Just gets around one and delivers. Number 5, how's this from John Butcher from Mafra? Unloads with the left from a long way from home, goes over the pack there, rolling, 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 and it's bowled everyone. Look at that, he's kicked that from about 80 out.
Holy hell.
Yeah, welcome back. Half-time has come and gone. A good summary there from Nick Boxolicino for the scores. He got through them eventually, and of course, Poppy with his summation of the first half of football, where the Lions lead by 16 points, 5-7-37. And the Tigers 3-3-21. Let's go down to ground level. Addy, how's down there? What'd you find out at half-time, Addy?
Morwell want to kick it to their first option and deliver the kick when they see that it's on. They don't want to hesitate and then wait for the defender to then pick up their player. They focused on that at training this week, so let's see if they can execute. They want to get dangerous and try and switch the ball. For Moe, Bobby Higgins has been ruled out with his right knee, and they want to keep sticking to the basics and play the footy they know. They want to give away no silly free kicks this quarter.
Addy, what about Kurt Holt? We saw him going through the fitness test at half-time out in the ground. Is it a yes or no from Kurt?
I will find that out for you boys. He is up on his feet on the bench, so I'll find that out for you.
All right, so as we know that Bobby Higgins has done, of course, Berkeley McFarlane is done for the Tigers. So both sides down to one as the third quarter for McDonald's is underway. The Lions do lead by 16 points, and Abbas taps it down. Walsh was in there, but quickly wrapped up by Ben Danaher.
Yeah, no significant changes for both sides. Have probably lined up the same way they lined up in the first quarter there, Scud.
So Abbas again gets the clear tap down. Out the back, though, is Scagliarini. Handballs out to Pepper on the wing, and Pepper's right foot kick goes high in the direction of Kelty in the front spot. Mills does the spoil on this occasion. Ground level there was Morrow fighting for it. Tries to tap it out to Miles Paholke. Has he gone forward, Boxer?
He has a little bit. I just don't know whether he just keeps running off that half-back line and makes himself really dangerous at the moment.
That's exactly what he does as he rolls back to that spot now. Ball up, half-forward flank for the Lions. I'll give that one to Prowse. He had two goes at that one. Handball over the shoulder from Danaher. Scagliarini thumps it back towards the top of the 50. Tigers have got numbers. Bailey runs through, overruns it in the end. And now head over it was Gallier. Squeezed a handball to Kale. Forward handball was good. Does it sit up for Bailey? He taps it out to open space where Rosado just handballs forward to Campbell. A slick handball to Bailey. He handballs over the top and they just wait for it. Walsh comes and attacks it quickly. And Miles Paholke, with a strong tackle, has given away the free kick. It's a dumping tackle on Walsh, who takes a little bit of time to get up. And
no free kick, Scud. No free kick.
No free kick, and Walsh is wobbly on his feet. So they're going to just hold on. Brian Sultana, the umpire there. Now the Tigers will be calling for why is there not a free kick paid here, as Walsh is clearly in trouble, and he'll go into a concussion protocol. As the umpires have a chat, Walsh will come to the bench. Certainly looked a little bit groggy.
Not sure why the second umpire can pick up what's happened in regards to the actual incident.
No, he's wobbly. He stopped it because he saw Walsh.
I get that. I would have seen that he would have seen the actual tackle because he doesn't look very well at all.
Well, he's making his way on the bench. The umpires are going to not wait for him to get off, and they're going to resume play. Top of the 50 for the Tigers. Musil and Prowse. Musil taps this one down. Out the back there was Danaher. Bailey with some strong body work. He's been good today for the Tigers, I think. For a Gippsland Isuzu Ute, Bailey's been probably one of their best.
Keep your eyes on Rosado here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I reckon he's wanting to take some bodies out.
Let's have a look. Musil, Prowse, Rosado at pace. Working hard, he becomes the tackler. Well called.
He's down to his third jumper. So we know how hard he's going at it at the moment.
Jumper number 14 now. 17 has been ripped off. Looks a size a little bit too small too, that one. Again, another stoppage. Prowse and Musil. Out the back there was Bailey. Little checked his kick, and Van Dyke read it better. Took the uncontested mark in the end in front of Hillier.
It was pretty smart, though, by Bailey. Look, he kicked in hope, but he didn't blaze away as they go towards the outer side. Prowse,
50.
Could be a 50. I think accidental, the umpire will call it. He was lucky to get away with not giving the 50, to be honest. As Prowse gives ground, they keep possession. Is that Makepeace in the goal square? Makepeace comes grandstand side now to Haywood. Matty Haywood dropped what he should have taken, opened the door, and luckily for him, the ball spills over the boundary line.
So, tell you what, though, too, Poppy, we've got a big crowd underneath the Darryl Coolin stand there at the moment, too. So
viewing deck, it's called.
Oh, the viewing deck. It's not the stand, the viewing deck.
Viewing deck, yep.
I like it.
Ball thrown back in, nicely done. Prowse, he's tackled. Nice handball by Cooling. A quick kick forward by Hillier. Morwell have got a chance. It's only a half chance inside forward 50. Desperation coming through. Rosado. Umpire says, I'll take this one.
This is
Morwell 3-3-21. Sorry, Boxer. Moe 5-7-37. 4 minutes gone, third quarter.
I can just see Morwell's just at the brink. They just right there. They just need to make sure that if they can get a goal here, it is game on.
Well, they trail by 16. A stoppage top of the 50. Cooling out the back. Quick kick. Open space. Galea will fly with Pepper. No one can mark it. Ball bobbles out. Scagliarini's there. Cooling closes. Nice handball though. Van Dijk gets it to Belfer. And now the Lions go inside forward 50. It gets to the top of the 50. Linton camps on it. No one tackles him. And he had all the time in the world to give the handball to McColl. That was strange from the Lions forwards. It lands in the hands of McDonald. He kicks to the wing where Musil takes the mark. Inboard there for Kale if he can get it to him. He does.
Look at a bars here.
He's got the switch and that's where he goes. And Big Isaac takes the mark. He's got Patterson on his own half forward. Ignores that and goes short-ish to Bailey. 49 metres directly in front.
He can do this.
He'll roll around righty on the left.
Yep, he will.
He definitely can.
He's going another couple of metres, I reckon.
The Tigers need this goal. I'll tell you why the Tigers need this goal. They're on the brink. I reckon they're actually a chance here to break this game open.
The precipice.
The precipice.
The what?
Have a go at it.
The precipice.
Yeah,
I don't know. Why would you put me in that position right now?
Bailey.
The game's at the brink.
Here it is. In the balance even. Rolls around from 51. Thumps it. Has it got the carry? It has, but not the distance. 5.5 minutes, third quarter for McDonald's. Minor score.
That's the first score of the quarter. 3-4-22 Morwell, trailing Moe by 15 points. Lions 5-7-37.
Got an AFL score there too, fellas. It's a big one too, thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland Furniture. It's the Sun 7-7-40. They trail the Dockers 9-9-63 in Alice Springs.
All right.
Is that right?
Yep.
Alice Springs. Yeah,
I didn't realise that. I thought it was at the Gold Coast home game.
Turnover.
Here we go.
Miles Paholke turned it over to Galea, and Galea doesn't make him pay.
You're right.
He went with the outside of the boot. That's another minor score, Paul Carter.
3-5-23 Morwell. They are 14 points behind Moe, who are 5-7-37.
They go straight down the gullet to Moe. They go looking for Kelty. Kelty was dispossessed, but they've still got the numbers to push forward, and they do it beautifully. Skaggs gets on the end of it. Rosado was tripped behind play. Play on was the call. Rosado's not happy. Ball inside forward 50. Taken out of the contest. The eyes weren't on the ball. A kick for goal came from Dykstra offline and out of play in the full. They got away with a couple there, Moe, but nevertheless, it didn't really cost more what it may have.
So McColl, hard up on the boundary line, goes short and inboard to Bailey, who's having a game. Takes the mark. The switch is on. He goes to Mills now, and he's got Kale if he wants to move it quick.
Go.
He needs to, and he does that to get it to Kale. Kale's got an inboard one.
No.
Not there.
Along the line,
Blako. Blake Cooling might get it along the line, although Kale looks up and goes into the man on the mark, where Sim smothers it for a boundary throw in. 7 minutes in. The McDonald's scoreboard reads a 14-point margin. It's the new Tennessee barbecue range has arrived at Macca's, made with juicy 100% Aussie beef.
Just that second thought, isn't it, Pop?
Yeah,
you got to make sure you just, your first thought is always the best one, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Abbas taking out of the contest there, but it was done fairly. Now with the ball was Dykstra, who had a couple of options, one of which was Haywood. Kicks inside forward 50. Rode beautifully by Morwell's Aiden Quigley. Goes short, finds Galea. Galea's handball could have been better. Now they're in trouble, dispossessed, holding the ball. Play on's the call. Danaher around the body, top of the square. Looks dangerous. Nicely picked off by Stephen Mills. Takes a mark, full back line, kicks towards the outer side. Got the runner, Zach Anderson. Can he beat the boundary? He can. Keeps the ball in play. Can he find a teammate? Cannot. Goes out the back. Dykstra's the player. In fact, Paholke's the player with the ball who pushed Hillier in the back. Hillier will get the free kick.
Yeah. On the outside wing, looks up, there's no one really presenting. Bailey's on his own if he wants him over the top. Goes a little bit longer than that. Paholke will come from the side and thump it. 5 rows back for a boundary throw-in.
Just tell you what, in that contest down here in the Moe forward line, Declan Kelty's just got up a little bit gingerly as well. He's just running things out at the moment too. So A big contest there for the Tigers.
So boundary thrown out aside. Burr and Prowse come to ground level. Hillier taps it forward. Danaher out the back, grabbed it though. Got it to Van Dyke. Goes backwards by hand. Hayward to Paholke. No one on the wing area. Out in front of Scagliarini. And the closing quickly is McCall. Nicely done by Scagliarini. Has a bounce.
He's going to come back in.
He's cool under pressure. And Nathan Scagliarini delivers over the top of Lee Paholke. Gets to the back. Belfer's there. Gazzara with a bit of pressure.
Oh, and he's paid a free kick for too low.
You can't.
So the free kick's going to go to Jacob Belfer, who the Lions right on the goal line.
You just can't do that from an umpire's perspective as well. The game was 1-on-1. It could have gone either way. It looks like he tripped over his own feet from where we're looking from here as well.
Well, it did, but I think the ball was over the point line when he called the free kick.
Yeah.
So the result had already happened.
So tough angle. Belfer around the body, makes no mistake.
Yep.
Puts it through.
Nice goal.
Margin gets out to 20 now. It's a game high for the Lions.
And one of those things, though, too, fellas, as well, is that when you make decisions like that from an umpire's perspective, what it does to the opposition. And right now, hopefully Morwell will just say, righto, we've made that error. But the thing is, Morwell's had their chances. They've had their chances right now. I don't know what the inside 50s are for both sides this quarter, but right now the Tigers have had their chances inside 50 and they haven't made the most of their opportunities. So there's something they've got to look at. If they're going to get themselves back in this game right now, it's a 20-point game. That's what they've got to do.
Inside 50s are 4 apiece at the moment, Box, and the scores are 20 points apart. Moe leading.
All right, ball back in the centre. Need a winner right here, a bit early, and Prowse gets the tap. They try to win this centre clearance. It's an area that Morwell have been pretty good in, although it's not showing on the scoreboard as we speak. As you heard, 20 points the margin, favouring the visiting side in the Lions, who will go to the top of the Gippsland Latrobe League ladder if they win today.
That's a fine.
And here we go.
Danaher squeezed the handball out now to Dykstra. Kick off the side of the boot. Open space. Crocker's out there with Linton. Hard up on the boundary line. Crocker runs it over. I've been advised by management that any time you mention Gippsland Latrobe, it's a 5
you've done it again.
And what is it? Gippsland
League.
Just that?
Yeah.
Oh, how boring.
10 minutes into the third quarter for McDonald's. The Lions lead by 20 and they press again. Burgess grabs it out of the ruck and gets the handball away just. Hillier. He handballs forward to Anderson. He's got a forward handball if he wants. He has to get rid of the football. They're going to come back now with interest from the Lions. That's holding the footy, they say, the umpire. So the free kick's going to go on the outer side to the Lions. It's going to go Baldy's way. And he drives one into Crocker, hits him on the chest. Strong, hard lead. No one's going to stop that.
Nah, good lead, good leg. Well taken. And Crocker, who's kicked a couple, both in the second quarter, has got the opportunity to kick another one. And the league, the Gippsland League's leading goal kicker.
I just think the floodgates could open up here now, right now. If the Tigers don't maintain this pressure on the Lions, this is what they're quite capable of as well.
So Crocker, from about 48 metres, really tight angle, runs around, gives himself a little bit of room, on its way. He likes it, he's celebrating, and he went early because that missed.
Story of my life.
Oh, minor score.
21-point lead to Moe, 12-minute mark third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 6-8-44, leading Morwell 3-5-23.
Steve Mills, a couple of options. He chooses to play on and go towards the outer side. Runs 15, kicks 55. Deep in defence still to round about the right half forward flank. Sim on the end of it. And Van Dyke inside. No, League doesn't find the target. Cut off by Quigley. Plays on Quigley and doesn't find his target. So again, Sim gets another chance. You can't give him two.
Free kick.
Play on's the call. No free kick taken by the arms will go the way of Belfer. And Belfer, who's kicked the only goal of this third quarter, will have the chance to make it two in succession for him and his side.
Oh, there's a whistle.
Wait a minute, behind play. Free kick's going to go Morwell's way.
Reversed.
I was going to say, if Quigley had his time over again, he wouldn't have had that thought process as well. There's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but the free kick should be up the ground.
It is. It's going to go the way of McCall, but what's happened was exactly what Addy told us during that break about Moe being more disciplined and not giving away silly free kicks has happened again. Morwell will get another chance when a moment ago we thought they might have the nail in the coffin. Kelty dispossessed ever so easily to Nash. Nash goes inboard. Danaher to Pepper. Pepper kicks top of the square. It's one-on-one out the back. Good take, and the take is by Paholke. who's been pretty good all day long. Well done, Moe. Take a bow.
Okay, this is what I've seen Morwell do in the past. When their confidence levels are up,
Plays on quickly and puts it through.
you can see now the Tigers are starting to make those errors. In that fast-paced sort of game style, when you make those mistakes, you're going to get hurt on the backside as well because you're going to be left flat-footed. Players are going to be open. Now, right now, Moe have taken advantage of that too. So you've got to be really cautious of this now because the lead's going to be now 26 points, whatever it is. Now, there's a really bad signs here for the Tigers. They've just got to straighten up. They've got to hold this now. So anyway, it's back to now what they can do for the rest of this quarter.
Moe leading by 27 points at the 14-minute mark of this third quarter.
Class teams stand up in big moments, all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club, and that's what the Lions are doing. And there's a throw in the middle of the ground. It's going to go against Scagliarini. The Tigers will win it, and it will be Cohen Campbell who has it. So Campbell right in the middle of the Morwell Rec Reserve. The Tigers trail by 27 points as the Lions are really turning on the screws. Goes short to Anderson, out wide to Gazara. Marks it in stride, back pedals now. Looks up, crowded forward line. Chips it over the top to Bailey. Bodywork, couldn't quite complete the mark. Blackshaw was there. Now look at them run. The Lions are full of it. And it gets from Baldy to Sim. Has a bounce. Sim's kick to the outer side. Kelty's got the margin there, and he takes the uncontested mark.
Top of the square.
He goes in that direction. Crocker's there as well, and Crocker is the other one. Leaper Holke, he was on his own as well. Transition footy at its best for the Lions.
Yeah, that was the best play we've seen this afternoon so far, but the confidence levels are up now too. Yeah. The Tigers look a little bit deflated, and the class is starting to rise now for Moe too. So as much as the Tiger side have been very courageous, where Crocker now has gone around and snapped and kicked the goal as well. So that's his third for the afternoon for Crocker. A great kick inside 50, great transition footy there from the Lions, and it's looking a little bit ominous now for the Tigers.
That's 6 successive goals to Moe, taking him out to a 33-point lead. We're at the 15-minute mark of the third quarter on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 8-8-56, leading Morwell 3-5-23.
It's amazing, isn't it? Six goals in a row in what was a very, very even contest for the first 45 minutes of the game.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. And when you look at it, the Tigers have only kicked 3.
Yeah, yeah. So here we go, back in the centre of Morwell Rec Reserve. Abbas goes early. Prowse got the tap. Can he find a teammate? He cannot. Nicely done. Morwell fighting hard to keep the ball in the area. Skaggs releases to Pepper. Right half forward flank. Goes looking for. Can he phone Paholke? He can't. Tapped over the boundary line. Just underneath the scoreboard where the ball will be thrown back in. 45 metres from Moe's goals. They're kicking to the right of your radio, and they've got a lead of 5 goals. Hear the crowd in the background. That's because Paholke hit the deck after contact. Coming through was Prowse. His kick, well, it was what you expect from a big man, to be honest.
He wasn't happy. He was dirty that he put that out of bounds on the full too.
Took it beautifully from a short throw-in. Moved like a midfielder, and then kicked like
a backman.
A backman, yeah.
All the backmen are just about to walk up into the commentary box now.
I was just finishing up what he was thinking.
Yeah, no, you're right. Here we go. So the ball to be brought back into play.
By a backman.
Yeah, we've got 34 players inside a quarter of footy.
Oh, dear.
And the backman gives it to Danaher, and Danaher's got a couple of options. Goes towards the corridor. Nicely taken. It was taken off the pack from Dykstra, and the umpire will ball this one up. 40 metres out from Moe's goals. Almost directly in front. Moe 8-8-56. Morwell 3-5-23.
Yeah, 33-point margin. Tapped down there by Kelty. Trent Baldy had it and then got tackled by Rosado. Balfour was there to mop it up. And in the stoppage, we'll do it again.
Yeah, I don't know, Scott. I think now if things don't change dramatically for the Tigers, this could be a really big blowout.
Well, Abbas thumped it out. Bailey gave a quick one to McDonald. Outboard kick in front of Hillier out there as well. Makepeace grabs him, drives him into the ground, and another stoppage.
And the reason why I say that too, though, Scud, they've like more trying to make some changes here. They've put McDonald on the ball, some bigger bodies on the ball, but I don't know if that's going to make any difference. You've got to win the ball first. And get the ball inside 50 and do something with it.
Oh, Bass taps it down, but it went straight to Danaher, and Danaher's kick to Kelty. He's got another one.
There it is.
So strong in front of his eyes, it doesn't matter, and he's going to pass it off. Pepper goes there, and Galea comes back. We've got a whistle, and the umpire says, no, let's bring it back. all the way back to Declan Kelty, who took the mark and decided to play on, which I think the umpire just calls play on straight away. But no, we'll have it all the way back for a Kelty shot on goal. Now he decides to handball back to Van Dijk from 50 metres. Scotty Van Dijk unloads and misses to the far side. That's another minor score on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
34-point lead to Moe, 8-9-57 to Morwell, 3-5-23.
Oh, the ball had been brought back in very quickly. That's not Brandon McDonald back there, is it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It is. Brandon McDonald, full forward, running, zigzagging his way out of defence from full back. The kick was a tumbling punt. Gee, that was close. It was taken by Gassara on the half-back line.
Don't, Poppy, don't. Continue on. It's Mills on the outer side. I'll get you back on track.
Thank you. Mills has the ball, goes short, nicely done. Gassara, right half-back flank. 57 plays 23, the visiting side, Moe leading Morwell. 19 minutes gone, third quarter, along the line they go. Nice leg, gee, good take, Rosado, front of the pack. Plays on quickly, plays on well too. Finds McDonald, Cody type. In fact, Patterson board the corridor. A bus, jumped early. Now a handball. This is a walk-up goal and nicely done by Dan Musil. It was a hell of a long time coming, but it came. Morwell are back on the board.
The work up from what we saw and I saw from here was a lot of players really flooded forward. It was great to see the composure of the Tigers as well, because they could have gone pear-shaped a little bit too, and they nearly did because the kick wasn't great getting squared up. Two players free in the inside. They really needed that goal, the Tigers. They needed some confidence boost, and it's here.
Addie Howe down at ground level.
I have an update on Holt. He has been ruled out for the rest of the game. Walsh came off very groggy after that hit. He went straight in for the concussion test. Has returned up on his feet now, looking like he's about to go back on.
Addie Howe, well, thanks to Carper Country at ground level. Score at the moment sits at 28 points on the McDonald's scoreboard. Free kick in the middle of the ground. And Abbas has it for the Tigers. Kicks in front of Patterson. He's got a couple to beat. Brock Smith just floats back in front of the leading forward and takes the mark. Nicely done by Brock Smith. He's going to bite off a fair bit to switch it to the outer side. Gazzara is going to cause a contest. Out the back, they got the numbers, although nicely done. Gazzara gives it to Abbas. Abbas has checked his kick to Hillier. Play on to the umpire. And Hillier's kick. Musil's got to compete. And he does just that. Brings it to ground. Gives it to Bailey by hand. He's a left footer. He gets around Danaher. Gives it to the Gazzara. And Gazzara spots up with a wobbly kick to McDonald. The Tigers are showing a bit of fight.
You can make something out of crap, can't you? And that was definitely crap what the Tigers just did then. But luck's a fortune as well. When you play in the percentage areas as well, like McDonald did then, he played in front. The kick wasn't great. He's got a chance here now for a back-to-back goal for the Tigers.
So McDonald directly in front, on its way, shouldn't miss and doesn't. And the Tigers get the back-to-back goals that they're looking for. It's the first time they got back-to-back goals since the first quarter. And the Tigers just get that margin back to 22.
They've been thereabouts. They've got their opportunities and they haven't taken them. Their last two goals, they've had the opportunities and then they've taken them, even though, albeit that goal then was absolutely fortuitous. Fortuitous?
Yeah.
That's a word.
Close.
Well done to the Tigers.
And Brandon McDonald comes Morwell's first multiple goal kicker. He's got two of Morwell's 5-5-35. They're trailing Moe, who are 8-9-57 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, coming up to the 22-minute mark of the third quarter.
And you said they made something out of crap. The saying is making strawberry jam out of pig poo.
That's the one.
That's the one you're looking for. The ball punched forward. Morwell have got the numbers. McDonald, who's been thrown into the guts, gets the ball, but he lands on his backside after a Spags tackle. And it's about 15 metres to the right, which is Moe's side of the centre circle here at Morwell Rec Reserve. 22 minutes gone, third quarter. Morwell would love to make it 3 in a row because then they can come alive with 30 minutes of football. But they cannot let Moe get back on the board. It's going to take something special. Maybe this is it. They go forward now. Anderson to right half forward flank looking for Campbell. Campbell beaten at the ball by the boundary. Right half forward flank. Boundary throwing to take place, Nick Lucchino.
A quick around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland in the Gippsland League as well. Sale have come back as well, 6-5-41. They trail Bairnsdale 7-3-45 and Langatha 12-12-84. Druin 3-3-21.
Tigers have got a spare one back at the moment. Extra run up around the contest for the Lions, so they'll win this one through Sim. Now to Baldy. Baldy's got some space, delivers to half forward. Dykstra as the target. McDonald worked underneath it. Mills is back there. Dykstra kept his feet. He's going to win it. Alex Dykstra shuffles it out to Kelty. He got tackled by McDonald. Somehow got ball to boot. Nash will get on the end of this one. Slick handball to Crocker in a tight space. Around one and puts it through. Crocker in a blink of an eye. You don't tackle him, he'll make you pay. He's got 4 this afternoon. And the staff and the Lions, they get a steadier.
I just saw a class. That was class footy.
Yep.
You can just see the talent of Crocker. He put himself in the best position. It's unfortunate we're on radio because if you're on TV, you would have said that was nearly the goal of the afternoon. I reckon that is probably the biggest contender right now for the Zambrero goal of the afternoon. Sorry, Daryl, take it away from the young bloke. Like this right now, that was pure class by Moe.
28-point lead to Moe, 23-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has the Lions at 9-9-63, leading Morwell 5-5-35.
Well, the Moe coaching staff, well done. Didn't listen to me. I had Crocker either in the midfield or on the bench, and since that time he's kicked 4. Danaher from the centre of Morwell Rec Reserve goes to the left half forward flank. Good contest in the air. Free kick will be paid. Will go the way of Sam Walsh, who's been a pretty good contributor this afternoon. Towards the outer side, that kick wasn't his best, and there'll be a contest that lands in the arms of Moe. But he and ball over the boundary line. It was Morrow, Justin.
We've got a quick update in the AFL as well. It's Freo Dockers, only a 5-point leaders over the Suns, 10-9-69 to 9-10-64.
Abbas with the ball, dispossessed, play on the call. The umpire will assume control again.
I should say there's only 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in that game as well.
Oh, okay.
So Bass does duties against Prowse, who gets the clear tap down to Prowse. McDonald there for the Tigers playing in the ball now. Up around the contest. We'll do it again. 25 minutes gone, third quarter for McDonald's. Margin 28 points after a Crocker magical goal. McDonald runs onto this one from that stoppage, kicks it along the line, and he'll find touch. Umpire says it was sufficient intent. And we've got a boundary throw in on the outer side. We'll get all the scores around the A-grade netball as well as the final quarter ticks around. We're closing in on three-quarter time. Boundary throw in out here. Prowse and Abbas, who have done battle all afternoon in the ruck. And they go at it again around that contest. Prowse does very well. Grabbed it out of the ruck and then lost it. And that's holding the footy. McDonald got him. And McDonald looks up.
They're still alive if they can goal. They're still alive here, Morwell.
They need one going into three-quarter time, don't they? The lines have been great. Chips over the top to Cooling, who can take the mark in front of Morrow. He backpedals. Cooling goes to Hillier, who can take the strong contested mark in front of his eyes. 54 metres out from goal. Hillier goes backwards on this occasion to Mills. Mills will continue on with the switch. No, he looks up, goes to the pocket. Target is Anderson, puts one hand up. Ground level Sim, beautiful pick up off the toes, has a bounce, exiting D50, and then chisels one to the wing area. Danaher has it, but good tackle by McGuinness. And Kelty, a little bit of third-party carnage, just took his legs out, slow to get up.
Some good luxury there for Moe though too, because they're able to put Miles Bahoki behind the ball. They've just got a little bit of class just there right now.
All right, big thump forward, and he goes as far as Cooling for Morwell. A kick towards half-forward flank. No, a nice take by Scott Van Dyke. Read the ball beautifully, takes a mark. Left half-back flank. Moe 63, Morwell 35. 26 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. Kicks along the line, nice leg too. Looking for Kelty, who's got the sit, takes a mark, plays on quickly. They got the numbers. Here we go. They're going to go towards goals. Are they? Through Morrow, top of the square, one-on-one. They got the sit again.
Lee.
Easy, nice mark. It was beautifully done. Beautifully done.
And you know, when you, as a forward though too, when the ball comes in at that height and you're one-on-one and you've got your player underneath you as well, so you've got him off balance. Baholke was in the perfect position there as well. So he's taken a one-hander, but he can thank his midfield and his half-back line there too, set up by Van Dyke. They've just got the perfect balance down back. The confidence levels are up. He's just got to put it through and finish off the good work.
So Lee Paholke, for some reason, he's going to give this up. He was looking... He's having a chat to the umpire now.
He's looking at the mark though too, Scott, because he's come off the mark a mile.
So, interesting. He wanted Ben Crocker to go near him. The Tigers were onto it. They put two players on him. And it looks like
happened?
I'm not sure what's going on.
I still don't know what's going on.
Lee Polke's just going to walk in. He's going to kick around his body in the end, and then kick on the left.
I don't know.
But it's all
that.
theatrics.
Strange.
It's all theatrics in the end. It looked like he was injured. He wanted to give it up. He wanted to give it off to someone. He had a chat to the field umpire, and eventually he kicked around his body.
Taking Moe to 10-9-69 at the 28-minute mark of this third quarter. They have a 34-point lead over Morwell, who are 5-5-35. That's on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
This could really blow out, Poppy, Scud, Paul. I think if...
You've said this about 5 times,
Yeah, well, it's nearly blown out right now. I haven't said it 5 times. I was probably going to say it 10 times then, because right now, the Tigers have let themselves down with the opportunities they've had inside 50.
Moe have been great.
Moe have been fantastic when they get the ball inside 50. So if they keep getting it back in, if this midfield can get on top again now for the Lions, this could be a massive blowout.
Jeez, a massive one now.
Rightio,
Well, I picked them by 40. What did you pick them by?
Ball back to
Morwell
them.
to win.
Yeah, you might be right too, Boxer. They're closing in on that margin. 34 points, closing in on three-quarter time for McDonald's. And again, Prowse taps it down. Off the back there, Danaher read it better and then gave a slick handball to Sim. He got around the tackler, only just so. McDonald, well done. Now Danaher goes back by hands to Miles Paholke. Ball in dispute. Danaher picks it up and a strong tackle by Quigley. We'll see a ball up just outside the centre square, forward to centre for the Lions. Big moments all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. Dine under the dome at the Morwell Bowling Club. You can grab a pot and palmer for $25 every Saturday night. It's back open 7 days a week.
All right, ball left half forward flank. Dykstra was there.
Free kick.
He'll win the free kick. Just short of left half forward flank.
Baldy's going to get
Baldy's the player who looks forward. They'd be pretty satisfied. They were challenged and they've responded today like they have most of this year to the challenges that have been thrown at them as they go inside their forward 50. Morwell have got some numbers to ease the pressure, but it's only momentarily because Skaggs has been there and applies some nice pressure before Cooling picks up, clears the area. Will he get another chance? That he won't. The boundary umpire will get the next move as Sim and Cooling have words. I think Sim does that to most.
I think Cooling does that to most.
Oh, yeah, that's just a mum and dad. Ball thrown back in. Musil, tap down. Bailey over the top. Handball. Thin air. Gains 20 metres. Moe, try to make something. Sim on the end of it. Here we go. Skaggs now. He sees Pepper in the centre corridor. He needs a nice bounce. Will he get it? No. Stops and props and had a chance to take the ball. Did the Morwell player as the siren goes. Right on three-quarter time. And Moe have, you'd expect, increased their score by 5 goals and 2 points, which gives them a lead of 34 points at three-quarter time.
That's
Exactly
32,
right.
isn't it?
Exactly right, Poppy. It was a 5-goal to 2-quarter in
that what you were
the
saying?
quarter. It is Moe 10-9-69 leading the Tigers. 5-5-35, a 34-point margin. You got that bit right. Great work, Rob Popplestone. It's three-quarter time, and it is Gippsland Live. Well, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
It was the split round, round 7. Let's take a look at the top goals of the week from week 1. Starting us off at number 1, Blake Cornelius here from Wonthaggi, ducking and weaving through traffic, got into the open space and sends it home.
And it's ran on by Wonthaggi and he snapped the goal around the corner. That's Blake Cornelius.
Number 2, Connor Ambler here from Traralgon with a bit of distance. He unloads, the wind takes it, but it just comes back late.
Gets the handball away to Ambler on the boot, and the Maroons will respond quickly again there through Connor Ambler.
Number 3, all class from Caleb Corwin from Mafra. Burns his opponent, takes off, lines it up and puts it home. Number 4, it's Tom Hobbs here from Warrigal. Whoop! Just gets around one and delivers. Number 5, how's this from John Butcher from Mafra? Unloads with the left from a long way from home. Goes over the pack there. Rolling, 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 rolling. And it's bowled everyone. Look at that. He's kicked that from about 80 out.
Yeah, it is the final countdown and the final quarter, three-quarter time at the moment of the split round 7 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. Great to have your company. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM, and at three-quarter time, it's Moe 10-9-69, leading the Tigers 5-5-35. They kicked 5 goals to 2 in the quarter and really broke it open to get this margin out to 34 points. Here's Paul Carter, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the new D-Max, now available at Gippsland Isuzu Ute on the Highway in Princess Highway, that is, in Tarralgon. LMCT 10285.
Moe clearly won the inside 50s that quarter, 16-7. They lead there. That's at 37-29 at three-quarter time. Clearances went 12 apiece in the third quarter. Morwell still have the ascendancy there, 34-21, 9-7. Morwell's way in centre clearances. Free kick count pretty even, 20 to Moe, 19 to Morwell. Isaac Abbas, the leading ruckman for Morwell with 24 hit-outs. He's up against Chris Prowse, who's on 28, so they're probably matching each other there. Another 7 disposals to Boyd Bailey. He has 24 to three-quarter time. Blake Cooling's now up to 18, 17 to Zach Anderson. For Moe, we've got 25 to Nathan Scagliarini, 19 to Miles Paholke, 13 to Alex Dykstra, 14 to Scott Van Dyke, and 10 to Trent Baldy.
All right, around the round scores, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. Of course, it's the half-yearly clearance. Huge range of lounges, dining and outdoor furniture on sale now.
Thanks, Scudman. In the Gippsland League, it is Bairnsdale. They are 8-6-54. They lead Sale just by the 1 goal, 7-6-48. Lee and Gather, big leaders here against Druin. 15-13, 103 to Druin, 3-4-22. In the Mid-Gippy, Fish Creek, it's a draw. It's all tied up between Fish Creek and Foster, 7-5-47 apiece. So in a great game down there in the South Gippsland. Hillend 6-5-41. They trail Ballara 5-15-45. Newborough 5-3-33 to Yanar 15-4-94. Stony Creek 9-12-66 lead Morwell East 12-5-17. Thorpedale 13-5-83.
We got away with
9-10-64. Tura 9-7-61 to MDU 8-5. Yeah, 8-5-53.
Mate.
Yep, Sale City 14-8-92 to Yarram 6-6-42. Yallourn North 7-8-50. They lead Rosedale 4-4-28. Gormandale 6-4-40. TTU 20-18-138. Hayfield 5-9-39. Woodside 7-6-48. And the last game, Cower 12-9-81 to Glengarry 4-2-26.
Addy Howe at ground level, thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. Addy has.
Moe want to keep dominating their 1v1s and out-marking Morwell. Want to execute the little moments to create big plays. They want to finish this quarter really hard. Morwell want to get the ball and spread and make sure that they stay man on man. Work on getting the deep entries so that the forwards can get to work. They want to switch on for these first 10 minutes to get the game on there.
Thank you very much to Addy Howe at ground level. The final quarter for Harvey Norman is back underway, and Prowse gets the neutral tap down. Nicely done, though, by Danaher. Gave a quick one back to Baldy. Gets to half forward. Scagliolini didn't take possession of the footy. Thumped it over his head to Walsh, to Gallier. And Gallier will switch and kick. Get out wide towards Patterson. And he can mark on the chest. Although he dropped it in the end, he had a good piece of it. And now he was up to it with the kick. But Polke, Miles Paholke, came in from 15 metres away with a big spoil.
He's been huge behind the ball, though, there, Scud, too. So a lot of class behind the ball there for the Lions. Some big changes here for the Tigers, too. Quigley and McCall have gone forward.
Certainly one of the better players is Miles Paholke for Gippsland Isuzu Utes. Abbas taps it down and then sold some candy again. And the inboard handball to Patterson, who just taps it forward again. Quigley's there with Smith. Smith does well. Gave a handball to Baldy. Tries to get it back, does Brock Smith. And the ball's still in the field of play now. Trent Baldy says, I'll put it over for a boundary throw in right in front of the Morwell coaching staff. And a little bit of a bump got close to the assistant coach of Tim Darby, who didn't flinch.
No, he didn't. Abbas didn't flinch as he gets ball down. Rosado fights hard, taps it, tried to the advantage of Bully. Couldn't find that player. Nicely done. Danaher dispossessed. Sim, quick kick forward within 15 metres of Moe's goals. 1-on-1. Crocker evades a tackle. Oh, he could have kicked around the body, went searching. Teeman-like to Big Pepper. Pepper's left foot kick takes it off break. Will it fall in the arms of Crocker? Oh, did it? No. Geez, I reckon he had an opportunity to bring up goal number 5. But it just didn't quite make the mark and a behind scored, Paul Carter.
Taking it to a 35-point lead. Moe, 10-10-70 to Morwell 5-5-35. Harmy Norman computer scoreboard.
Down the middle they went and they won it eventually. The Tigers are under a little bit of pressure, but Gallier gets on the end of it, gives it to Walsh. Back to Gallier. Chip kick over the top. Going to go straight down Blackshaw's throat, although he got underneath it. Allowed Anderson to come the other way, and now he has to become the tackler, does Blackshaw. And he does just that to cause the stoppage. The Tigers desperately need the first goal. As Addy said, they want to lock in for the first 10 minutes and give themselves a chance. You sense that if Moe get the first, body language will show us everything. Trent Baldy from the stoppage goes backwards to Dykstra. Goes further backwards to Miles Paholke. High right foot kick to the wing area. McDonald will fly. Clears the pack. Kelty's there. No one can grab the footy cleanly. And the umpire just lets it go for a moment, and now he crosses his arm and balls it up.
Scott, we've got a quick AFL score, full time against the Suns and the Dockers. It was an upset, I reckon. The Dockers, 11-9-75. They defeated the Suns 9-10-64.
As Morwell go forward, McDonald's going to get on the end of this one. Half forward flank, dispossessed just as he was attempting to find Hillier, who ended up with the ball, gave it back to McDonald. He's taken ball and all by Pepper. Umpire says even Stephen. 3 minutes gone. Final quarter, Morwell 5-5, Moe 10-10. Double the score. Morwell still give themselves a outside chance as Rosado busts the pack, releases the handball, gives to Abbas. The athlete got a kick on it eventually. Can he find a teammate? Nearly found Galea as Moe work it out. Hillier tries to keep the ball in the area. Nicely done, though, as Moe threw numbers and Nash.
Oh, he's left it behind.
And left the ball behind, and he'll get another chance in it now. Come grandstand side, he'll spill out the back. A kick around the body inside forward 50. They've got the chance to take the mark and do good strong mark, really under pressure, Brandon McDonald.
Great strong mark, one-on-one. Sun in your eyes as well. So a really good one-on-one. They need to make something of this opportunity here.
So he goes searching inside. Nicely done, McCall. Harrison McCall, who's, as Nick Lucchino pointed out earlier, as part of his expert comments, and McCall's gone from back to forward and have the opportunity to have an effect inside the first 5 minutes of the final quarter.
Those expert comments are all thanks to Carpet Country, and Boxer helps dreams to become a reality since 1981.
Exactly. That was Poppy, not me.
No, Marty's can vouch for that. He's been living the dream since living with Boxer. As McCall kicks for goal, he pushes it right, unfortunately, a minor score where they needed much more.
34-point margin, Moe's favour on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 10-10-70 to 5-6-36.
I don't want to go too early, but the Tigers have got the lead against GWS.
In 1 point to 0.
So Scott Van Dyke, that's the Richmond Tigers, not the Morwell Tigers here. As the Lions lead this by 34, comes to the outer side. Kelty's the target. and goes up and takes the mark in front of, a couple of small Tigers in Cooling and Gallier. Kicks down the line is a nice one to Belfer, although can't complete the mark. And Bass is down there. Nash comes in to try and win off the ground, and Bass fights hard. Gives a handball up. McDonald's there. Gives a handball to Cooling. Back by hand. He goes to Gallier. Chisels one to McCall. But Kelty, although left it behind, and Harry McCall now runs away and bounces. Inboard handball to Gazara. And he chips high towards Quigley, who can take the mark. Directly in front.
They've got runners. Move quick. Here we go.
Anderson is one of those, and he can take the mark closer to goal, tighter angle. And only 45-metre shot on goal coming for the Tigers. They must take these opportunities. They've had inside 50s early. A couple, Paul.
Oh, that's the fourth one.
So 4-2.
Yep.
And they've had 2 shots on goals. So far, it's resulted in a point. Can Anderson put it through? Margin sits at 34. Comes in, right foot kick on its way, leans back on it and puts it through. And the Tigers celebrate. There's a little bit of a heartbeat just beating ever so slightly.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a massive heartbeat, but it is definitely there. I think the Tigers, if they have to review the game already, they had a lot of opportunity early in the game. And this is the thing that happens is that the class of Moe have been able to score when they get inside 50, and the Tigers haven't been able to capitalise on that too. The couple of little changes at three-quarter time, hopefully, right now, have shown some really good signs.
Margin back to 28 points at the 6-minute mark of the final quarter on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Moe 10-10-70, leading Morwell 6-6-42.
Your dream's over because the Giants are already in front.
Goodness. Rosado through the centre of Morwell Rec Reserve, drops the ball, lays a tackle, and earns the free kick. So Rosado hasn't given up all day. Like the way he plays. You'd love him in your side every day of the week, wouldn't you? Rosado from the centre of Morwell Rec Reserve gets rid of one opponent, kicks around the body, inside forward 50. McDonald's the target. Punched away from that player. Nicely done. Pepper gives ground, keeps possession for the Lions through Brock Smith. He gives it back to Pepper. 1-2. Back to Smith. Across the face of goals. Possibly risky. A free kick. Yeah, fair enough. He's going to go the way of big Prowse, in fact Nick Prowse, who plays on. He's got a runner outer side of the ground. Scott Van Dyke, right back flank, play on's the call, inside the corridor, finds his teammate there in Blackshaw. Blackshaw has a zigzag towards the outer side of the ground. Is that Sim or Baldy? Trent Baldy. I'm not sure that either one would like to be compared to the other, but Baldy goes along the line, finds Justin Morrow, right half forward flank, plays on quickly. Is this Baldy again?
Yep.
Yeah, Baldy kicks inside forward 50, found the target. I reckon that's Crocker.
Out of bounds on the full.
But out of bounds on the full. The free kick will go the Tigers' way. 8 minutes gone, final quarter, Morwell 6-6, Moe 10-10.
So Linton for the Tigers to the goal line, where Bass takes the mark. And Bass has got McDonald presenting for him, but Pepper's with him, so he comes back towards McCall, who gets in front of Paholke. Miles does well. He bounces like a cat and then drives one into the forward line and over the top of Crocker's head. It goes through for a minor score, Paul Carter.
Moe now 10-11-71, leading by 29 points over Morwell, who are 6-6-42. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
Just, you woo those opportunities, don't you? Like, McCall is so good, so much a good player. Just those overhead sometimes just lets him down.
Walsh to Cale, gives a handball to Cooling, gets around Pepper, goes back by hand to Cale. Cale's got some on the wing here. They go short by foot and misses McDonald. And it over the boundary line it goes for a boundary throw-in. A big moment, all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. The Tigers need to get a couple in a row and they need to get a couple in a hurry. You can dine under the dome. The bistro's back open 7 days a week. Great to have your company. Saturday afternoon football here on TRFM at the Morwell Rec Reserve. The Lions are in front by 29 points as Rosado bursts through the stoppage. Gives it to Bailey.
Nice.
Over the top nicely to Cale. And Cayley's kick goes inside forward 50 to Hillier and Van Dyke. Hillier contested mark and got
50
tackled.
Has to be, surely.
And umpire says no. We'll have a shot on goal. Man on the mark stands about 30 metres out. Hillier hasn't got a goal this afternoon, but is a renowned goal kicker, and in a much-needed one.
Do you reckon Anthony Rosado, he actually could play in the role in the Gladiator Part 3, I reckon?
He could too. Not Russell Crowe.
No, and win.
Yeah, he would.
The whole lot.
Yeah, he could win the whole lot.
So more importantly, Hillier must goal here at the 10-minute mark of the final quarter. It's at 29 at the moment. And it goes to...
got there.
Yes, it is. 23. Yes, sirree. Hillier gets his first of the afternoon, and they get the 2 in the row that the Tigers need.
But this is when Moe usually gets the 3rd and the 4th.
Correct.
So the test for Morwell right now, Paul Carter, after you give me this score, is whether Morwell can do it 3 times in a row.
That's exactly right. That's what they desperately need to do to get it back down to 1 or 2 goals. 10-11-71 Moe, leading Morwell 7-6-48. Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard. We played 10.5 minutes of the final quarter.
Just got to watch Rosado here. I reckon he'll be full of juice here right now. You get the ball forward, he'll win this.
All right, Musa will do the work against Prowse. Prowse got the tap down. Rosado behind the scenes, just waiting for an opportunity, like a cat he was. Like a cat in the Coliseum. That's right. Gladiator 3. A cat in the Coliseum. Anyway, back to the football. Goes to right half forward flank. Moe get the break. Nicely taken. Trent Baldy. Trent Baldy plays on well. Crocker! And this is what's happened all day long.
Yep.
Morwell go bang bang and Moe with a counter punch.
And he had plenty to lead into as well, Crocker as well. So the quick movement really hurt the defence of the Tigers. No midfielder or anyone could get back to help out. Linton left Crocker all class. 4 goals already for the afternoon. He just led beautifully, read it well.
Well, he's averaging better than 5 goals a game, and he needs this one to bring up his 5th of the afternoon. Quiet in the first 30 minutes, slowly worked himself into the game. Off the boot, it looks pretty good, and he's pretty happy, and so he should be. Benny, that's 5 for. Good work, buddy.
So is he on target now for 100? So we're 40, round 7. Yeah, maybe, but, you know, he does show his class right here, right now, and I think that, you know, when he was well held in that first quarter, which he was, the class steps above, especially through their midfield. They've won it down forward. Trent Baldy was at the end of that one as well. So, yeah, the Tigers have done so much hard work to do and be where they are. It's just the class of Moe who's got them where they are right now.
12 minutes played, final quarter. The Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard shows Moe leading by 29 points. 11-11-77 to Morwell 7-6-48.
Rosado gives a hands to McDonald, who goes to half forward. Quigley's there first. Goes to ground. Brock Smith does well. Quigley got a handball to McDonald. A sweeping forward handball to Hillier. Van Dyke will close and tackle. Hillier left the footy down at the ground level, and now they drag it back in. Makepeace fights hard. So does Sim for the Lions. And the Lions' defence holds strong again.
I think the difference too, the marks inside 50 for Morwell today, Paul?
That's 4 this quarter.
We'll get you that in a moment as Prowse taps it down. Another stoppage.
It's the 13 to Morwell, 14 to Moe.
Okay, so it's been pretty even.
Yeah.
So it's just that I just don't understand. It's just the opportunities haven't made the most of it.
19 scoring shots to 10 from those marks.
Yep.
As we've got another stoppage. 13 minutes into the final quarter for Harvey Norman. Half-yearly clearance is on now. Now's the time to update your tech. As the free kick might have been paid here, is it going to Van Dyke as a
sling tackle?
Bit of a sling tackle from Quigley. So Van Dyke gets up slowly, just rolling the neck, making sure that's still intact.
Do you reckon we get some pillows when we come to Morwell again?
Well, just bring one with you.
I
mean, you had 3 underneath your head when lying on the couch and gambling when I picked you up today.
Van Dyke goes to Miles Paholke, out wide to Scagliarini. Half-back flank for the Lions, usually a good user of the footy. This time chips to open space and says to Callum Nash, go and get it. And he does just that. Comes inboard, Dykstra's on his own, and he's got another one further afield. It's the big ruckman in Chris Prowse that finds him. Hillier will man the mark. He'll turn and go. He'll lower the eyes and go too. And finding Justin Morrow. Clinical from the Lions. Watch Miles Paholke running past here. Ignored. Morrow goes short. Crocker again. He's got 5, and you can't give space.
No, you can't do that, Scud. You can't do that. There's too much space inside there. Like the 30 metres out, there was no one there. No. And he was so smart. I actually was watching him, and he just pushed off, didn't give Linton a chance, got a 5 metre break, and just a perfect kick inside 50.
This is turning out to be a good game by Ben Crocker. He's been well held early, but to end up, if he gets 6, all of a sudden the working through some desperate defence early has resulted in him missing that one. He's only got 5. I need him to get 7 for him maybe to have a chat with us after the game, I think.
Ooh. 11-12-78 Moe, leading by 30 points. Morwell 7-6-48, Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
So Steve Mills brings the ball back into play, goes towards the outer side. Brandon McDonald's on left leg, didn't hit the target and fell in the arms of Harry Pepper. Right half forward flank, 70 metres from his team's goals. Kicks to the target at about 15 metres or more. About two or three that interfered with each other, and they'll get themselves out of trouble, but only just as they work it out. They do it through Zach Anderson. They come grandstand side to Walsh, who's been quite the last quarter and a bit, but he was good early. Nicely done, kick to space. Paholke comes in to lend a hand. Is he going to get the ball? He is. He slinged around. There has to be holding the ball. He did a 360.
Yep.
I mean, and now McCall, it wasn't his kick, but he took it anyway. Taken off the ball as he got his kick, and Hillier took his player out of the equation. The player being Makepeace, kicks the ball to the corridor, needs something here, but Harry Pepper says, getting nothing from me. Takes the ball, kicks to the advantage of a teammate, that teammate being Callum Nash, who edges it forward. Nicely done, Cooling, handball over the top. The pair of orange boots from Cooling and also Galea run themselves into trouble, and Galea gets the free kick.
Can I ask, did you just say corridor?
Oh, I may have.
So Galea on the outer wing, handballs to Cooling.
Corridor.
Steps around Nash, handballs over his shoulder back to Galea. They're working in a tight space, gives it to Cooling, who kicks to half forward. Rosato's in the front spot, couldn't complete the mark. Ground level there is Scagliarini, shuffles it to Harry Sim, has a bounce through the middle, and now drives it open space. Crocker, Paholke, Lee Paholke.
He's going to get it. He's going to get it.
He is going to get it. Crocker has 6.
Oh.
He needs one more for a chat in the commentary box after the game. The Lions are going to get another victory.
You can just see the experience now rising to the top, can't you, Poppy? And just their work through the midfield as well. They just worked on the errors made by the Tigers again. It seems like the Tigers are going to do 20 things good to make one thing work, and the Moe side do 5 things good and they make it work even better. So, yeah, it's a big afternoon for Crocker when he was held early, and that's his 6th for the afternoon.
Moe back to a 36-point lead to a 17 minutes played in the final quarter. 12-12-84 the Lions, 7-6-48 Morwell, and it's on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. If Croc can get 8, I reckon he'll be the first one to do it 3 weeks running since Shane Loveless.
Oh,
there you go.
That's big.
So back in the middle we go again. Can they get a couple more? Can the Tigers fight and show something? Rosato gives it, nicely picked up there by Nash. Got a free kick for over the shoulder. And Nash right in the middle of the Morwell Rec Reserve. Looks up, chisels one out the outer side where Scagliarini got off the chain. It lofted over the back, gave a handball from Kelty out to Scagliarini. Cooling closes, gets a handball away. Dykstra's there. Burr goes to ground level, causes the contest and the stoppage. That's Big Charlie. And ball up 45 metres out from the Lions' goal. It's still an open forward line. Crocker's got 7 this afternoon. The Lions lead by 36. Quick kick from Quigley. Relieving pressure out towards Mills, who can't complete the mark. Ground level there. And he might be in a little bit of strife, Mills, as he's still on the ground on the outer side, taking his time to get up. Looks like to be holding the back of his head. He looked to indicate he had a bit of claret, but nothing sort of come out from his noggin. So a ball up. Bailey was out there for the Tigers. Left foot kick towards half forward in that direction of Mills. And spoiled over from Nick Prowse.
Can I just say, though, Scott, away from the footy at the moment, though, to the crowd underneath the deck there at Morwell, it looks absolutely sensational. There's a really big crowd underneath as well.
As big as I've seen for many years.
That is absolutely awesome. So a great concept there done by the footy club too, and great to see both clubs come out in full support for this game.
Morwell go forward, left half forward flank now, one-on-one contest, last line, and in enemy territory it was Thomas Blackshaw that stood tall, but only momentarily. Morwell have got a chance. It's a half chance as Galea around the body. This time he tried to feed off. That's probably a better option. They're going to get another shot at goal. Hillier dances left, dances right. Can he get rid of an opponent? He can. He goes to the pocket. McDonald's the player there. Head over the ball. He's taken, and Prowse relieves the pressure. Ball, half-back flank, grandstand side. Good tackle, good release. But Hillier comes into, again, gain control for Morwell. Gives ground, nicely done. Gives ground to Sam Walsh. Walsh. Ooh. It's a Skaggs 1-2. I tell you what, there's a lot of nice, sharp movement, but neither teams are really going too far. And Cooling will have the chance to find a teammate and just settle. And he finds Hillier, or does he? Hillier dispossessed and out of play in the end. Well, that was 30 seconds, a pretty hard play to call, to be honest, because the ball went nowhere and 25 people touched it.
Well, the margin at 36, 20-minute mark now, the final quarter. 6 goals. The Lions have been great all afternoon. A Bass, beautiful tap down, though, to Bailey. Gets to McColl. McColl's got McDonald, and he's also got Anderson. He goes to Anderson, top of the 50, who drops the mark.
I think
and
the
then,
son.
Yep, Brock Smith just socketed it off the ground to the outer side and then chases his own ball. He's kicked at 40, and now he's gathered it. And now he kicks inside forward 50. Balfour goes back and takes the uncontested mark. Patterson there mans the mark. He's on a slight angle, but only 40 metres out.
He's on the left leg too.
It's the difference between both sides today. The errors made by Morwell to the opposite side of Moe, who haven't made a lot of errors since quarter time, I reckon. And their lap up since the half-back line, they can just turn it over beautifully and they'll make you pay.
Watch Crocker on a late lead.
Yeah.
Everyone relaxes and then Crocker might go. But Balfour's going to have a shot for goal. 40 metres, runs around a little bit on the left, as Poppy said, and
hits the post.
Hits the upright. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard this afternoon in this final quarter.
12-13-85 Moe, 7-6-48 Morwell.
Have to start thinking about our Gippsland Isuzu Ute player of the day. There's a couple of contenders for the Lions. Miles Baholke's been good. Ben Crocker's been good. Oh, as McDonald tries to barrel out of the full back area and lands straight in the hands of Ben Danaher. And the two guys in the commentary box have got their eyes fixed on the cameras. They go out wide. Crocker's on a lead, doesn't quite get out there. Linton handles over the top to Bailey, or open space it is. Crocker's out there. Cooling gathers the footy though. Handles over the shoulder, looking back for Linton, although Balfour comes in, picks it off on the boundary, on the left. Oh, skinny. That's another minor score.
38-point lead to Moe now at 22-minute mark final quarter. 12-14-86 to 7-6-48. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
All right, so bringing the ball back in is McGuinness to Anderson. Anderson still deep in defence, short option. Will find his teammate, that's Lockie Patterson, I'm sorry, finds Aiden Quigley to now McCall, who plays on nicely. Good sort, goes long. Hilly is the target. He uses his body well, reads the ball well, dropped what he could have taken, but he's got enough time to settle and find a teammate in the corridor. That was Zach Anderson, who kicks to the advantage of Brandon McDonald. He needs a favourable bounce to get around Blackshaw. He doesn't quite get that, and in the end, he's taken by 2 opposition players, and the umpire will take control again.
I reckon if Anderson had his time over again, he would have stopped and propped. I think his kick was just it was a lazy kick because McDonald didn't really have a lot of advantage as well. He should have just stopped, propped, and waited for help to come.
So 22 3/4 minutes gone. Morwell 7-6-48. The chance of winning also gone. Moe 12-14-86. Interestingly, Morwell lose this. Bensdale beat Sale. Bensdale go into the 5.
There you go, yeah.
Morwell drop out. And that game between Sale and Bensdale was very, very close last time we heard.
Free kick from that boundary throw-in too back here at the Morwell Rec Reserve, going the Ruckman's way. Prowse, he'll give a handball off out the back to Danaher, who's been busy. And he goes back by hands to Haywood. Short kick to Pepper, not just the 15. And Pepper, sun in his eyes. He's got the switch if he wants. There was 4 of them. He does come this direction. And Nick Prowse takes the mark. Handballs to Scagliarini. Got some open space. Has a bounce. Exit his D50. Kicks to the wing area. McGuinness will fly and takes the mark.
Good mark.
So McGuinness now plays on. Right foot kick back towards where it came from. Big fly, although reading it a lot better.
Oh, what play on? Why is that?
I think Prowse touched it. McDonald claimed the mark.
Yeah, I would have too.
Umpire said play on. Now we'll have a ball up.
Let's talk about that game on cue. Sorry, Scud.
You're right.
Very on cue here. A Sale, 10-9-69. They lead Bairnsdale, 9-8-62.
Wow.
Sale could be on their way back after a very slow start. We saw it last year with Wonthaggi. Will we see it with Sale? Ball now with Sim. Goes inboard. They run nicely. Belfer on the end of it. Where is the man? What's this? There's no one in the goal square except Crocker. Crocker's going to feed it. The 1-2. Here he comes. Crocker gets goal number 7. The magnificent 7.
There it is.
For Benny Crocker. Nice work. Open space galore for the visiting side, Moe. Good finish, good play, good side.
It just felt like a horror story here for Morwell in their forward line as well. They just couldn't make it work from each other. It's just really something they've really got to work on down the track here though too, because the Lions can make it work. They hurt you on the rebound. And they've done it all afternoon. They've done it actually since quarter time. And the Tigers have got a lot of work to do right now. And if Sale can do them a favour, it might not be a big favour, because if they keep playing like this, they won't need that spot in the 5.
44-point lead to Moe over Morwell at the 24-minute mark of the final quarter.
For me, this is all about how good Moe is.
Yep.
Moe were challenged. They withstood it and have just come out and gone bang and kicked 13 goals themselves. And now soccer off the ground there from Abbas to open space. Sim leads all comers. Taps it to himself, wins a footy, and then handballs forward to Miles Baholke. Back to Sim. And he beat 3 Tigers there at the outside of the boot. Patterson picks it off for the Tigers at half back though. Delivers towards the half forward line. Cohen Campbell's at ground level. Coughs it up, free kick when he didn't have the footy. And it's going the other direction. It's going the way of Haywood. So Matt Haywood for the Lions. Closing in on this final siren. Haywood's got the switch on. And Prowse has been a revelation across half back. This is Nick, chips it over the top towards Trent Baldy. Half forward flank. They go to Crocker again, and he's diving and can't complete the mark. Linton's there, picks it up, handballs backwards to Cooling, steps around one, handballs forward towards Musil. Over it goes, boundary throw in.
And I was going to talk about that, dude, Scud, as well. That they've been very good, Moe, about throwing players in different positions. Harry Sim down back, Prowse down back. They've been revelations for the Moe side. Then you add Paholke, both Paholkes, and Crocker. Wow, what a side.
Cooling from the stoppage with a quick high kick. Goes out towards Gallier, thumps it forward again. McCole runs onto this one. Got tackled, but just got his boot to ball. Blackshaw, though, with the intercept mark. And they switch it across now to Scotty Van Dyke.
So Scotty Van Dyke from just forward of left half back goes along the lines, got Skaggs with all the room in the world, takes the mark as the siren goes. It's one-way traffic at 27 minutes gone of this fourth quarter.
44 points in the end. The Lions win at 13-14-92. Have defeated the Tigers 7-6-48. The Lions are clinical and they are firing on all cylinders. Gippsland Live right here on Terra FM. We're going to take a quick break. After it, we'll have a chat from the guys from the Moe Lions, our player of the day, also the Zambrero goal of the day as well. You've been listening to Gippsland Live on Terra FM. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Terralgan. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Terralgan. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
It was the split round, round 7. Let's take a look at the top goals of the week from week 1. Starting us off at number 1, Blake Cornelius here from Wonthaggi, ducking and weaving through traffic, got into the open space and sends it home.
And it's ran on by Wonthaggi and he snapped the goal around the corner. That's Blake Cornelius.
Number 2, Connor Ambler here from Terralgan with a bit of distance. He unloads, the wind takes it, but it just comes back late.
Gets the handball away to Ambler on the boot, and the Maroons will respond quickly again there through Connor Ambler.
Number 3, all class from Caleb Corwin from Maffra. Burns his opponent, takes off, lines it up, and puts it home. Number 4, it's Tom Hobbs here from Warrigal. Whoop! Just gets around one and delivers. number 5. How's this from John Butcher from Mafra? Unloads with the left from a long way from home. Goes over the pack there. Rolling, 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 rolling. And it's bowled everyone. Look at that. He's kicked that from about 80 out.